Yo, welcome to Player's Choice, the number one place for hot takes and flop takes. You see, we got a dub cast up here. I want to start off the top of the show by shouting out all of our GOAT members. Shout out to Comatose and shout out to King J. They really doing their thing on the GOAT side. Right from the top, you guys fix your eyes on this pretty little graphic that we got up here. Saturday, April 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We have a new event called King of the Court. We have a couple people up here that will be participating. Dub and Big Ox. How you guys feeling going into Saturday?
I'm just confused because I don't know what's going on.
We just throwing you in the fire?
I don't know what's going on. I'm serious.
Hey, well, the thing about it is, Dub, you're the last person I'm worried about.
I feel that. Like I'm always down to do whatever. So it's like whenever Ron and Shaq ask me to do something, Joy Thomas follow up like, all right, cool. Sure.
That's one thing I will say is Dub is always ready to cook any and everybody.
But what is this? Like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on though.
I need thoughts and predictions from everybody up here too. But you see the cast up here. You see what's going on. First to five. So essentially, you guys do remember the old school game that we used to play up here called Players Court. Well, King of the Court is something very similar, but it will be one-on-one on one-on-one. So King of the Court, some people call it Boston. It's when you roll the ball out there, you play one-on-one. If you score, the person that you're scoring is off. And that's how it goes. And so in King of the Court, basically how we're gonna run things is, let's say it starts off with Mars versus Crunch, for instance. If Crunch beats Mars, then Crunch stays on and he gets a point. And then let's say you on next, Dub, and you come on and you beat Crunch, then you got a point.
Okay, I know. It's basically debating King of the Court.
Exactly. But thing about it is, you get a minute, he gets a minute. You get 30 seconds, he gets 30 seconds.
Okay, cool.
As for topics, I'm gonna come with a few topics, but we're gonna run it strictly based off the fans, the viewers, and super chats. So when they start sending in topics, those topics are going to be stockpiled, and I'm randomly going to give you guys one. So you're not going to know what you want to talk about. It could be who's the better coach, Steve Kerr or Erik Spoelstra. Yeah, exactly. And you guys both got to make your points. Thing about it is you guys both might pick Steve Kerr, but it's whoever articulates it better.
Okay, that's cool. That's cute. Who's voting? Is it the fans again?
It has to be the chat.
Oh man, the chat be biased sometimes, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Dub, the thing is, you got a lot of action though, Dub.
What do you mean? I got a lot of action.
You got a lot of action, yo, Dub. The fans love you just as much as you could possibly say they hate you.
I know. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny. I realized. Ticket said exactly what I said about Doc Rivers' one show. Last night about Doc Rivers, and I said that a couple shows ago, and for some reason, Tickets was received better than mine, and I didn't understand that.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's like the players got to be held accountable, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, even though Doc Rivers, you could come at him for adjustments, at the same time, like Dirk Nowitzki wasn't playing well in the NBA Finals in 2011. He just wasn't, but they kept his ass out there because they needed him out there. They didn't take him out the game. So it's like, at the end of the day, bro, like you got to roll with your guys. And if you guys don't show up, what the hell can you do?
Yeah, what's good, J-Rob? How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I got no complaints. Big Ox Bob, 3 weeks away, fellas. Can't wait to see y'all.
It's almost April, baby.
Coming soon.
Hey, it's going down on the West Coast. Tyson, what's up? How you living?
Oh man, straight. You know me, man. Family guy status. You just working and taking care of these kids and the wife. Other than that, man, pleasure to be here.
Nah, for sure. Sons and how many?
Sons and 6, baby. You know the vibes.
Okay.
You ain't got your mic today? Where's your mic at?
Man, my computer over here acting funny, doing a damn what's it called? It's fucking rebooting or something. I don't know. So I'm on the phone today.
Damn, all right. Ty got a new mic, man. He leveling up.
I'm trying to level up, man.
Facts. Hey, he got to watch out. Ooh.
Oh, nah, little D shot. Come on, man. Ain't nothing.
Hey, them G shots go crazy.
Yeah.
He used to go crazy for me back in middle school, man.
Damn, he played me right now. He said my shit outdated.
It's all about perspective. Just like I was telling him about, hey, some people might love him, some people might hate him. Hey, I'll rocks with G-Shock.
That's a nice G-Shock, though. I would say that.
I appreciate you. Yeah, this is just a little work watch, man. It ain't nothing crazy.
Yeah, Dub, it's just a work watch.
I know. That's what we're in school too. Like school work watch, man.
Yeah.
Put it on. You feel me?
No, for sure. Tegan, what's up with you?
Not much. Just pushing more OKC narratives, and the Lakers gonna lose in the play-in.
To who?
Timberwolves.
Nah, he don't even know. You don't even believe that.
He's coming out being nasty for no reason, bro.
For no reason.
So nobody believes that the Lakers can get popped in the play-in?
Hell no.
Nah. Shout out to the LeBron James of feet, man.
Yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him getting knocked out the play-in. My problem is I don't know about them getting to the play-in.
Well, they're in it right now, so
yeah, they're in it as of right now, bro.
Yeah, but they got the hardest schedule of all those teams.
The Lakers.
I believe it's the Lakers. I believe
they have one of the easiest schedules actually.
In comparison to the other playing teams.
I mean, bro, you have.
Bro, they have the easiest schedule, bro.
You have Chicago.
I got it right here. We just talked about it yesterday. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, send me to teams because I know what the Lakers got left is not. There's no like real monsters left for them.
No, they do got a pretty tough.
They got Phoenix.
Yeah, bro. They got the Bulls, the Wolves. They got the Jazz twice.
Wolves aren't that good.
They got the Wolves. Bro, you keep sleeping on the Wolves.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, no, I don't think the Wolves are a bad team, but I'm not going to lose my mind.
Bro, they got the Jazz twice.
Here's the thing about that Wolves game, though, is that the Wolves are fighting for a playing spot too.
Yeah, I'm hit.
It's
They're
a
important
games. They not just finna just be like.
Yeah, but I'd rather be in an important game with LeBron James than Karl Anthony Towns.
I mean, no doubt. I mean, but also the thing about it is they was in an important game with LeBron James last night against the Bulls.
Yeah, but he
got baby,
game, bro. Sorry.
Hey, my bad. It's the Pelicans. The Pelicans got a little bit of a harder schedule than them, but other than that, they got the hardest schedule of all four teams.
I'm worried about the Pelicans, bro. I think they got the Wolves, they got the Grizz, they got us, they got Denver, they got Golden State. Well, they had Golden State. That was last night.
Yeah, if anybody I think is gonna make it out is the Pelicans. It's not the Lakers or the Mavericks.
I don't got the Pelicans yet.
Yeah.
OKC schedule is super easy. The Warriors
OKC, I believe more than the Pelicans.
My only faith in the Pelicans is if Zion manages to come back, and he's gonna have to hurry up. They were saying April 5th for Zion.
April 5th for Zion?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to do nothing this year. It really doesn't matter if he comes back or not.
I don't know, though, Dub. Remember, the Pelicans were the number 1 seed for a second when Zion was there?
That was a fluke, man. It was like It was like the Utah Jazz, man. I don't care. I know they got hurt. I know they got hurt, went on a crazy losing streak, but, man, they would have back down to like the 6, 7 seed, even if everybody was healthy. Like, I don't like their continuity. Like, CJ McCollum out there with all them guys, it doesn't make sense to me.
Dub, I think Zion really makes a major impact on them like that, though.
Oh yeah, by far.
I agree.
Not this late in the season.
No, you're talking about if he was there the whole time. Dub was saying that they would be back down to a 6 seed, and I agree they might not have been a 1st seed, but I think they wouldn't have went no further down than 4.
Bro, they would. I think they'll be in the mix with us and the Grizzlies. It'll be us, the Grizzlies and Pelicans all in that.
Right.
Situation.
They definitely would have been better than the Clippers, and the Suns too late in the season got KD. Suns
when a team just catches you by surprise, like they just start going on the run, is like you didn't expect this, so now we have to adjust. I think that's exactly what happened with the Pelicans, even with or without Zion Williams. It was just surprising. People didn't expect them to play like that. And then once everybody would have adjusted,
I don't get that.
They've been hurt all season.
They finished the season strong last year, and then with Zion being healthy, I don't think anybody would be surprised by them playing good. I'm pretty sure all the coaches in the NBA, all the organizations want to look out for the Pelicans.
Want to look out for the Pelicans if they was healthy?
Brandon Ingram only played 39 games. Zion's only played 7.
I'm saying you saw how they finished last season though. They finished last season very strong without a healthy Zion. So why would you think at all that team would just go away? Herb Jones get better.
Well, we talking about
those all three.
We talking about
and they add CJ.
No, I'm not. Well, if that's the argument, I'll get out of this because I'm not talking about first seed. I'm talking about them.
No, not first seed. You said drop down to 6 though.
Yeah, probably
you said drop down to 6. I think that would be. I'll go ahead and say I think they would probably have that 2 seed. 2-3 seed on lock. They're a problem. And then somebody brought up the Suns. Tyson, I got to tell you, I think a healthy Pelicans team is a bad matchup for the Suns.
I don't disagree. I think the Suns struggle with good interior play, physicality. So I think Zion brings that, and based off of him and his gravity, I think they get open shots. I think they've got some good shooters. So I'm not disagreeing with that. We saw what Milwaukee did in exploiting their physicality and lack thereof. So I don't disagree.
People don't understand though. Like people forgetting, like they started losing a string of games before Zion got hurt. Right? They won on that.
That was right when Zion got hurt.
Oh, no, I'm gonna tell you. I have it right here. They went
okay.
They were 18-8, and I think that's when they were the first seed. Correct? When they were 18-8.
18-8 is kind of nasty too.
Yes, they were 18-8 when they had a first seed. They went on a 4-game losing streak. Then they won 5. Then they won a 2-game losing streak, and then that's when Zion Williamson started getting hurt. So it's like
that doesn't sound bad. They lost 5, won 4, 2. They look like they're figuring all the way out.
Well, a team losing 4 in a row. I mean, that's all I'm saying is I just don't think that. I think they'll be a good team, but I think they'll be like the top 5, top 6. They wouldn't have been a top 3 seed. I think the Kings are better than them. I think their continuity is better. And
collectively, they're better.
Yeah, and then there was who's the 3rd seed right now? The Denver Nuggets would have been above them. And then who's the 3rd
Memphis.
seed? Right?
Memphis. We are the 3rd seed. Memphis is the 2nd seed.
Memphis. So those guys would have been above them easily. The Suns, that's when I think they'll be fighting with them, and then the Clippers and everything like that. But I think the Pelicans would have wavered off.
Yo, but Dub, I'm gonna take it a step further, and then I want to hear what everybody else feels about this as well. I'm gonna even go as far as saying, like, if Zion comes back right now, they're still a scary ass team to play. Because I mean, you guys know I'm big on Zion. You guys might not be as big as Zion as I am, but I am. But this is also what I'm gonna say. A lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, well, he needs time to come back. He needs time to reintegrate in the team. He needs time to settle back in." Zion's not that type of player where he just, he relies heavily on skill and stuff like that. Unless he's a step slow, which I don't think they're gonna let him come back a step slow. He doesn't have to reacclimate himself into cutting, catching tip dunks, running a fast break, dunking on people. That's not something that you just have to, that he naturally does that.
But do you push him? Do you push him on the court if he's not 100% for just an 8 seed push? Do you push him there?
Play with Zion at all. Zion has to be 110% for them to even consider.
Because there's no point in pushing it for just an 8 seed for a player that has been injury prone his entire career. And then you go into the offseason potentially thinking maybe trading this guy.
That's the question I was going to ask.
I mean, does he have trade value though? That should be another question because of
some team's going to bite on that potential because it's a 28-10 waiting to happen if he's healthy.
Right.
Someone's taking a bite on that.
His trade value is compromised, but he still does have trade value. But
it's not number 1 pick level.
Yeah, it's not. He's not getting like a Kevin Durant trade package or nothing like that. But teams will bite though for sure.
It's still value enough. I mean, no one's still going to ignore 26-7. The problem is with Zion throughout his career is injuries and his weight. For a guy that big, for a guy his height, is going to be hard for him. So I think he's got to get down to at least 250, 260 for the rest of his career. He can't play at the 280, 290-ish range anymore.
Back Zion up, man. He's not. Pack Zion up, man. You got to back him. I'm not going to lie, bro. He's not committed to the weight loss program, bro.
And it's hard when you're in a city like New Orleans. It's hard when you're in
that gumbo and po' boys.
That food too good, man. That food too good.
Food
bro.
way too good.
Yeah, bro. He going
way too good. Man, smelling beignets walking down the street and all that type of shit.
I'm gonna need a taste of that.
Man, shit.
Is J-Rob frozen? Because that's crazy if he's frozen like that. Put that up.
I was trying to, dude.
Oh no! What a way!
Got it out of there. Got it out of there.
That's crazy.
J-Rob's up here?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Don't put me on the lines.
J-Rob.
J-Rob's.
That boy was smirking.
Black J-Rob.
Free me.
How's y'all day going, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good.
Chilling, bro.
Oh, you know what? Nobody ever asked that on the show. Thank you, PSP. My day's going very well. I appreciate that, man.
Nah, it's just been crazy because of all these news regarding Lamar, but that's a story for another day.
That's a story for tonight.
Bro, we keep talking about Lamar. God, man.
The biggest thing in sports right now is new news, bro. It's new news.
Is anything finna happen in terms of him and like what's the timeline on Aaron Rodgers too? We could talk a bit about football.
I mean, I talk about these two guys enough, man. I'm tired of it.
What did Jim Irsay just say? Was it Jim Irsay?
We do talk about them a lot. Like they have been.
We're about to talk about Aaron Rodgers tonight too.
Yeah, I'm saying we literally been talking about them every single football conversation.
I get
I
that.
swear, Aaron Rodgers is Brett Favre 2.0.
We don't hear a lot about that, so we could talk about it a little bit over here. Say it again, PSP. Just a little bit.
Aaron Rodgers, man, it's like Brett Favre all over again.
In some ways, yes. In a lot of ways.
Can we just end him? Send his ass to New York already? I mean, shit.
What's the hold up, bro?
He'll be back in Minnesota in a year.
Bro, let's be real, he never really wanted to leave. Like he intends to plans to be a Jet. Like I don't really think he really wanted to be a Jet. I just think because Ryan Gutekunst in the front office didn't come to like kiss his ass per se after the season ends, like Aaron, we want you back, wooty woo. They didn't do that, and so I think, in his darkness retreat, it finally came to realization, like, oh shit, I don't think the Packers want me a part of them anymore. They want me somewhere else. So
should the Packers win him? Should they have kissed his ass?
No, they shouldn't. He has not delivered it to me. If you don't deliver enough championships, why should I?
Yeah.
It's time to move on anyway.
MVPs are an individual award, fellas. An owner wants to see a championship more than want to see with MVPs. That's a fact.
It's time to move on from Aaron Rodgers. I mean, look, I'm not saying that Jordan Love is going to be the answer, but we need to see him play. I mean, one game isn't enough. And I think with New York, I would like to see Aaron in New York with those types of weapons, with Garrett Wilson in them. I think he's made for New York with his personality.
Oh, actually, I disagree with that 1,000%.
Oh, why?
Because he's not going to Green Bay Packers media. This is the Northeast, brother.
No, I'm talking about his personality, how outspoken he is. As long as you win, to me, that's all that matters.
Bro, he's also a bit of a manipulator. He also
we always know that.
He also infringes. He also doesn't tell the full truth when talking about situations. I mean, I'm immunized, but you got COVID the same year you said you were immunized, which you're lying about. Like this is a guy this guy deflects. He deflects, and I'm just letting you know, PSP. You go up to a New York media outlet and lie, deflect, or talk about ashwagandha. You'll be on the New York Times front and center. Ayahuasca. You'll be front and center, being clowned by the New York media.
Doug knows he's Aaron Rodgers cares?
Shout out ashwagandha.
They don't play that, bro.
But do you think Aaron Rodgers cares? Do you think he cares?
Oh hell yeah! As Aaron Rodgers showing you, he's not a bit of an emotional guy when it comes to the media.
Right? No, I agree. I agree with J-Rod.
He literally told Adam Schefter to lose his number because Adam Schefter pretty much said what he just told, what players he liked in New York, which he did tell them what players he liked. He didn't say you had to get these guys, but he did say to them, "These are the guys I like." And then Adam Schefter pretty much reported it, and he's definitely been more than
That's different. That's like betraying somebody's trust.
But if that doesn't work out, J-Rob, if the Aaron Rodgers doesn't work out, would you consider Lamar?
I mean, bro. Of course I would. I thought they should have turned the plane around when they was on their way to Cali.
Right,
they were on their way to Cali.
Like nobody wants to touch
pulled
him.
up to Baltimore?
Washington doesn't want to touch him. Atlanta doesn't want to touch him.
Yeah, but that's bigger than football, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The Lamar situation in terms of like with teams not touching, that's bigger than football, bro.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna use this point to segue back into basketball, and I want to ask a question about something similar, a situation similar to Aaron Rodgers. PSP, you had kind of alluded to this, moving off of a guy. Now, obviously, he's a star within his own rights in a city that he's been in his whole career. But is it time for the Trailblazers to come off of Damian Lillard? Crunch, I want to holler at you first.
Man, it depends
please don't
on how
you trade him to Dallas.
Trade him to Dallas?
Yeah, please don't say that.
Nah. It depends. I was gonna say it depends on how you look at it. Like, is it good? It might be good for Portland. But I think if Dame was to leave himself, it would kind of make him look like a hypocrite as far as what he said a few weeks ago. So I don't really have a problem with Dame staying in Portland, bro. You never know what can happen. The West can get wide open one of these years, and he can break through. And I think he looks at that as being greater than if he was to go somewhere else and do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Portland would have a reason to move off of Dame. What, are you gonna get another superstar that can't win? You know what I'm saying?
It's just looking out. It's looking out for your girl that's been loyal for so long. You feel me? You know, sometimes you just gotta let go. Sometimes you just gotta, let them go to the win. And you feel me? I mean, you just gotta wish, it's all it goes all well for them. You feel me? They've been putting in about 9-10 years of good years playing for the Portland Trailblazers organization. And hey,
and you're just gonna ship them off?
You gotta cut ties. Like, yo, listen, man, I care for you. I love you, man. But you know what? I want you to be successful, and I don't want to keep holding you back, and I'm holding you back. You feel me?
But where would he go that will work out? That we'll be 100% sure.
They should try to get him to the Bucks.
I mean, I know, but listen, bro. We don't know how that will work. I would reward my player by bringing somebody to him. Like, I think they got some good young pieces that then prove their trade value now. You can probably
Jeremy Grant's about to be a free agent, so they don't know if they'll sign him back. Yusuf Nurkic is okay, but he's diminishing from what he used to be. You got Anthony Simons, who has promise, and then after that, you have Cam Reddish, but these are all projects that's going to have to happen.
Well, Shaden Sharp.
You got to commit
That's
to
a
the
project.
rebuild.
It's another project.
You got to commit to the rebuild at some point.
Yeah.
But
you can't be hovering at these 12-14 pick range for a while. It's either playing or nothing.
You gotta hit Dame with the it's never a right time to say goodbye.
It's a business, man.
At some point you gotta shoot for the stars, Crunch. You gotta get a top 3 pick, bro. You gotta start over. You can't.
I mean, listen, bro.
At some point,
I get it, bro. I get it, but at least, man, Dan, I feel like Dan got some more work to do in Portland. I think he still want to hoop in Portland. That's
what work does he have to do in Portland?
I think he want to stay there and win.
I mean, and you know what? I said this like last summer. I want Tyra Banks still. I really wanted that to be. Like, I want Tyra Banks. But how in the hell, if I stay in Portland, which essentially is if I stay on my same, I guess, trajectory in life, if I stay on my same career path, how am I going to get Tyra Banks? You got it. Sometimes you gotta give everything up and go somewhere new to be able to, make
it's one
work.
thing. I mean, it's one thing if they was making it's one thing if they was making deep playoff runs and they was just like a piece away, a role player away, or whatever. They, like you said, they not making play-ins. They, you know what I'm saying? They first round, second round exits. Nah, it's time. It's time to cut the ties. Like Dub said, they can't provide the ring. You love her, but you can't do right by her. You can't get her no ring, so let her go. You can't do right by her, man. You know what I'm saying? You keep fumbling the bag. You know what I'm saying? You keep on messing up stuff. Y'all was supposed to get the house and all that, but you messed it off. So yeah.
Toxic. Portland is toxic.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Portland toxic. They're not gonna let it. They're not gonna let it leave. They're just gonna ruin her life.
If you could get one guy to pay,
Ron, I got a question
if you could get one guy to pay,
man.
You gotta let it go, man.
Listen, man. Listen, I just really think they don't really have much to like. What do they think they're gonna do if they trade him away? What do you think they're going to do?
All I know is this: when
they might start another cycle. They might start another cycle of just doing the same.
When the
draft capital,
when the Bucks lose in the
And
playoffs,
Anthony Simons,
watch them. They're gonna be hitting Portland Trailblazers line, bro. I promise you.
Yeah, but Dub, like you keep saying that, I just don't see them coming up with something that's significant for the Blazers moving forward. Like
they
can
do a
get Chris
3-team trade or something like that.
What they get Drew Holiday?
What would they gotta try their best to keep Drew, but get
You
Chris
see what
out
I'm
of
saying?
there.
So, but the Blazers don't want Chris. It's like dude is 30.
I can see the Sixers making a move.
They gotta. That's why I said. Yeah.
I can see the Sixers moving off of Maxey and a couple draft picks and a couple.
No, move off of Harden. What?
Well, Harden is a free agent this offseason.
Portland don't want Harden
off in the season.
They want capital. They want young. They want to get younger.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm with Tegan. If I'm the Sixers, I would honestly rather pair.
That's
up.
if they don't make the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
Right. I would love to pair up Dame and
Joel Embiid.
Don't forget Miami though.
Miami's gonna be desperate. Miami would be desperate.
Miami's a good look too.
Yeah,
but see, that's my point. I think everything y'all saying right now, Dame doesn't want to do that though. Dame doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't.
But it's a business. What the Blazers want to do at the end
that's
of
why. That's why in a relationship, right? You need to have that one person's like, you know what? I know we both don't want to let go.
Right.
Somebody got to rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah, somebody got to rip it off.
Somebody got to pull the plug, bro.
All right, so let me.
Yeah, sometimes you send them off crying, bro. They be crying. Sometimes you got to send them off crying, bro. You know what I mean?
But let me
It
ask
got to
you
be a
this.
half-ranked relationship. One person got to be willing
Yeah.
to rip the Band-Aid off.
Do y'all think that over the next like 5-6 years they're gonna reach a higher peak than Dame took them to if they was to make that trade? Like, do you think they're getting past the Western Conference Finals?
I understand what you're saying, Crunch, but at the same time, you got to try something different, bro. That's the definition of insanity, trying to do the same thing and keep failing. So at some point, it may not work out. That's true. But at the same time, you gotta make a change for your organization, bro.
No, but it's not the same thing though. Like the team he was left with now, that's not. You can't say, "Oh, I tried to give you a better team this year." You didn't really. Dame overachieved with them almost. This team
he did overachieve.
This team,
I mean, what seed are they right now?
No, the thing is,
that's overachieving.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. Hold on, time out. I'm saying when he was cooking this season, they were in the middle of the pack. Nobody even expected them to be in the conversation. So. Like, bro.
Well, even then, no, you can't go off of where they were.
At first, you had LaMarcus Aldridge.
They finished as a bottom 3 seed.
But Dame has been in and out of the lineup. He's been hurt. It's not something that he's This is not the same games that he's had in the past.
Even games. I remember Dame was dropping 40 and still losing, bro.
This is not the.
He dropped 70. Almost lost to the Rockets.
A lot of superstars do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, bro, but they've been losing games. They've been losing games with Damian Lillard too, though.
But
he's playing enough games.
Hold on.
I can see if it was the third season and you were saying that, Crunch. I can see if it was the fourth season and you were saying that. We had many years to get it right. We had plenty of years to get it right, bro.
This isn't the same team that he had plenty of years ago, though. He had different lineups.
No, I understand that. I understand that, but I'm saying with the pieces they have right now, if Dame is in and out of the lineup and you can't even get close to a play-in, bro, it's not good enough.
The team wasn't even supposed to be in the play-in anyway.
But
yeah, they're exactly where they're
supposed to be. Going to add?
Right,
what's available to add?
That's where that was their bar. It was a bottom 3 seed. They're not worse than the Spurs. And they're
that's
not
what
worse
I'm saying.
Than,
Nobody ever considered the Portland Trailblazers a playoff contender, bro.
Nobody.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Ever.
What I'm saying is this: the players that they have trade value on this team. I don't think you could have to give up your superstar who still got a solid 4 or 5 years left, in my opinion. You can get some guys back. And build a solid team.
What players on that team have some significant trade value? You're gonna tell me Jeremy Grant
on the Blazers?
Jeremy Grant's a free agent. He's a free agent.
Simons.
That's
about it. I would say Shaden Sharp. You can trade. I mean, you can get like a solid.
Who are you getting?
These are like.
But who are you getting?
Yeah. Like, who are you getting that's gonna move the needle? What superstar are you getting?
Because the next superstar that's available is most likely Damian Lillard. Like, there's not another star after that. You're looking at maybe DeAndre Ayton. And is DeAndre Ayton going to raise the ceiling of this Blazers team?
You don't know who they would get.
Yo, but we talked about one person at the beginning of the show, and it's ironic we transitioned from talk about trading him to trading Dame. What about possibly, and somebody said this in the chat, Dame for Zion? What y'all think about that?
They gotta get rid of CJ.
But then you're just back at CJ McCollum and Dame
not
on
at all.
Right on.
What size say? You keep trying the same thing over and over again. It's not gonna work.
Right. That's not it.
This the main problem. This the main problem, Ron. There's some good ass food up here in Portland too. So,
if I was Portland,
someone said this in the chat. If Jaylen Brown goes to the Trailblazers, then that's a move. That's a big push. That's a big move.
That's a move. What was it? What was it?
Jaylen Brown to the Trailblazers. If Jaylen Brown wants to go be a number 2 to Lillard for a couple of years,
I don't see it. But I mean, that'll make them better. I agree with that, but I don't see that happening.
Oh, no, we don't see it happening.
They're not a title contender, man. I'll tell you that.
But what team? So that's the point. Why you got to stack the deck? So, oh my gosh, bro. Why do you have to have the best players on the team in the championship? They told Giannis.
You got Dame, Jaylen, and then who else?
They told Giannis to do the same thing though. He made it happen.
Yeah, and it's because everybody was getting hurt.
Okay, that happens every year. That happens every year. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Every contending team got hurt.
Hold on, Dub. That happens every year. And guess who else gets hurt every year? Zion.
Well, put it into perspective, though, Crunch. If you're trying to make a decision about
what year was Zion in, too?
Zion
gets hurt every year, period.
Yeah.
Huh? He gets hurt every year.
I'm sorry. Not what year was Giannis in?
He was in year 8?
Right. What year is Dame in?
Or 9? Every player don't got the same.
I think Dame in year 11.
Have the same exact.
Dame's in year 11.
It's a difference, bro. It's a difference to me.
Crunch. Hold on.
Yo, Crunch, I don't know why you act like the Bucks didn't add people to the team.
That's what I was about to say.
They did add people.
That's what I was about to say. They added a new team.
Crunch was talking about stacking the deck, right? And that you don't have to stack the deck or surround yourself around a multitude of talent. Just put it in perspective, right? Just be objective about it. Think about it like this. It took Giannis to not stack the deck, for a player not to stack the deck, and Giannis onto the Kumpo. It took literally almost every single contending team to get hurt in order for him to win that title. That right there should be like, okay, even though they won, I'm not going to act as if that's the rule and that guys can sit here and get it done without building a great supporting cast. Because that's an anomaly, and that anomaly happened when everybody was getting hurt. We have to be objective and look at things.
You're not
like
hearing
that.
me, bro. But at the end of the day, only certain teams are able to successfully make that heist work. Who's to say if you blow up your team just to try to get artificial championship that is even gonna work? You might get some superstars back that don't like to play with each other. Then you got a whole nother.
What's an artificial championship, Crunch? What does that mean? Artificial championship.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
We ain't going down that road, bro.
I could have sworn I heard it was made with solid gold.
The Warriors team was amazing.
I don't think all championships are created equal, but that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I didn't say that, but ain't none of them artificial.
Yeah, facts. They all.
I'm just saying. Like, my whole point was you don't know if that's gonna work, bro. Dame is putting in years, bro. You don't just trade up.
You don't know if anything's gonna work.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know if me staying with this guy's gonna work. You don't know if me stacking the deck is gonna work. Nothing is certain. But at the end of the day, it's odds, bro. What's the percentage chance of me sitting here putting myself in a scenario to win that title? It's when I get players around me that are good. Like,
so you don't think Dame can win as a number 1?
I think so.
So
not number 1 on Portland, not number 1 on Portland.
Right, but Portland
me and Devin had this argument.
Portland can be a new team if they treat other guys instead of Dame. Is what I'm saying, though.
I don't like Dame as a number 1. No, me personally.
He'd be a great number 2.
I like Dame as a number 1. Honestly, I just don't think he's had.
Put him on the Warriors, they won.
I just don't think he's had a good number 2 or 3, like a substantial of 2 or 3 to help him.
Then which player would you? Which player would you pair Dame with? I
would have loved to see Dame with Jaylen Brown, a two-way wing who can also get you 40. You know what I'm saying? Will also open up space the floor for you a bit. And then your third player. I mean, I'm trying to
name the Miami.
Have a plethora of guys as a 3.
But in that scenario with
Miami too.
in that scenario, I'm thinking Jaylen Brown, if he's putting up those type of numbers, he's your number one because he provides he provides a lot on defense too. So to me, y'all looking at scoring and saying, damn, he might be your number one option as far as scoring, but I don't think he's your best player per se because Jaylen Brown is providing two-way play. You know what I'm saying? So that's the question.
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree with that a little bit.
I don't think it's just scoring though. I don't think it's just scoring though. I would say Dame.
No.
Draymond is different because he's not an elite on offense like Jaylen Brown.
Right, exactly.
Dame, it's not just his scoring that I would put him as number one.
In 2016, he was actually a plus.
No. I said two-way. I said two-way. I said two-way.
Was never an offensive player. I'm about to start that narrative today, bro, for 2 hours. Bro.
I said two-way. If Jaylen Brown is going out there averaging 25 and providing elite defense, that doesn't make him better than Dame Lillard's 28.
Yeah, because what about the ball handling? What about the ball handling, Ty?
What about the playmaking?
How much of that 25 is Jaylen Brown creating versus Damian Lillard creating?
Right, exactly.
I think that's
Jaylen Brown is a bucket, right? He don't need a whole bunch of creating.
Damian Lillard
needs somebody who can handle
a lot more gravity on the.
No, he needs a point guard. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's a bucket. He's a one-on-one offensive player as well too.
Do we forget the Celtics last year? We were criticizing Jaylen Brown.
If Dame and Jaylen Brown are on the same team with one another, even though that JB is a good defender, he's not this crazy like elite defender.
Yeah,
He'll have 20 to 25. But Dame, with his 28, along with his gravity, along with his playmaking, in my opinion, I think that he's definitively the best player on the team, even though Jaylen Brown had two-way threat.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, I don't know. I think y'all put out a stock in offense and don't put enough stock in defense. Personally,
say his other factors though. Dame way more clutch.
I'm about to say.
I said he would be a first option. I didn't say he wouldn't be the first option.
No, hold on, Tyson. I'm saying is other factors that I think make him the best player on the team. Like, you got experience, you got clutch factor, you got his killer will.
Experience.
I think
yeah.
Oh, Jaylen got experience too. They went to the finals with experience.
No, I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about just NBA experience. He's more of a veteran player that's still in his prime. You got the clutch factor, his killer will. Those things actually just matter to me though, because
those are important too.
Ty, let me ask you this, Ty. Who was better? Who was better in 01? Shaq or Kobe?
01?
Choppy service.
Oh man, that was a close one. I'm gonna say Shaq though.
Why, if Kobe was doing the two-way threat that you're talking about?
Shaq didn't provide nothing on defense.
Kobe was a better defender, though.
Did Shaq provide anything on defense? It was my question.
No, he provided levels on defense, but it wasn't no elite. It was good, but wasn't.
He was a good rim protector. Did Dame provides very? Are you comparing Shaq to Damian Lillard defensively?
No, because you're talking about all of the aspects.
Are you comparing Shaq to Damian Lillard defensively?
No.
Okay. Now, what was Shaq offensively?
Amazing. He was dominant figure, right?
And he provided defense too.
But this is my point.
No, that's a bad point.
No. I'm confused right now because you had Kobe where offensively he was a maniac too. He was a better two-way threat than Shaquille O'Neal as well. On top of being a better two-way threat, the ball handling responsibilities cleared him as Shaquille O'Neal.
That to me, that's when we start talking about 2001 and on, that's a 1A 1B type of conversation. Those guys both were elite at their position. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking both two-way players, both offensive threats. So, you can make an argument and we can make valid arguments either way. I take Shaq because the offense ran through him. Kobe was more the closer, and that type of thing. And Kobe was great. So that's a 1A, 1B conversation. Damian Lillard is a liability on defense, where Shaq was not.
But this is where I'm confused with Jaylen Brown and Damian Lillard because Jaylen Brown is nowhere near the ball handler when Damian Lillard is. On top of that,
right, he's the point guard.
On top of that, he's not even closer to scoring, which Damian Lillard is either. So you got guy.
No, I think it would be close though. For them to be successful in the championship team, I think the scoring would be close.
Yeah, me too.
If Dame is averaging 27, how much would JB have to average?
That's what I said. I'm saying he's around 25.
So even though he's averaging 25, Dame is still the better scorer, correct?
Yeah, I'm saying that's close though.
He's a comfortably better scorer. Along with him being
27 to 25. Wow. Okay.
It's more than just points, though. It's about the way you score, the ball handling, the shooting.
Right. No, he's a shooter. I think they provide two different, not similar things, but JB is going to provide a little different stuff than what Dame provides offensively, obviously.
JB's going to be feeding off of what Dame is doing, right?
Because they're going to be feeding off each other. Yeah, the gravity JB has is going to give Dame more open shots and vice versa, just like a Booker KD situation.
But who's going to benefit more? It's definitely
I think they benefit equally.
It's not equally when Damian Lillard.
How was Damian Lillard ever really gotten his teammates off? Like,
CJ McCollum.
And you picking up Dame's playmaking like he's
McCollum getting his up off. He was
right.
I don't see where Dame has ever been.
But Jaylen Brown.
I've never been in a conversation where we talk about Dame being this not even good playmaker. Damian Lillard is par at best.
But Jaylen Brown doesn't have the ball handling like Damian Lillard has, and having that on top of that, Jaylen Brown would succeed in the ISO game 1-on-1 100%. But Damian Lillard and what he could provide in that offense next to Jaylen Brown, that will allow Jaylen Brown to benefit more than just Damian Lillard and Jaylen Brown's ISO ball. Even though, yes, they do benefit each other, Jaylen Brown is clearly benefiting more from Damian Lillard than vice versa.
I don't see how you can clear at all.
Because of the ball handling.
Yeah, that's my argument. It's not clear.
Jaylen Brown don't create like that. What are you guys talking about?
I thought you just said that he would be perfectly fine creating ISO basketball.
Yes, but that's not creating for Dame. Dame will create more for Jaylen Brown.
We're talking gravity. We're talking help defense, bro.
Yes, and Dame creating more, adding that pressure, him being that ball handler creates more than Jaylen Brown than vice versa. That's
right, because he's the point guard. I agree with you to a certain extent, but Dame Lillard's playmaking is not on that level. We're not talking about a Harden, a Trae Young, that type of player. To me,
that's what I'm saying. You act like just because he's the one bringing the ball up the court that he's creating for everybody else. He just dribbling.
He's the shot hunter more than the playmaker.
Damian Lillard's playmaking is not on a great level. What are you guys talking about?
We just went over this. It's par at best.
It's clearly better than Jaylen Brown. What are you guys talking about? What? Are we serious?
It's average at best. We can agree to disagree, though.
He said average at best.
Yeah, average at best.
What is that?
Average at best? His playmaking is average at best. Are y'all serious?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
For a point guard, it's not elite as a point guard. I don't think.
What?
His playmaking?
7 to 8 assists ain't bad.
No, it's not bad, but I'm not saying. I said elite. It's not elite.
Yo, when it
comes to
average 10? No, when it comes to Dame, it's not that he's a bad playmaker.
He's not bad. No,
that, like when you have the ball in your hand, as much as you do, as much as he does, you're gonna rack up assists.
Right.
Dame, when's the last time you've just seen Dame make a crazy ass pass?
He does it all the time. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I am damn near a
We're not watching the same game.
I'm damn near a Portland season ticket holder. My cousin played for the Blazers just last year, and he played there for 2 seasons. I used to be at games live. I've never really seen Dame make a pass and be like, "Woo!"
Right. I'm not saying he's a bad playmaker. I'm just saying he's not. You putting a little extra on it to me to where he clears Jaylen Brown.
No, it's not extra. And you're right. Jaylen Brown has no value. Number one.
You know what I'm saying? It's just good. It's good playmaking. It's good playmaking.
No, it is. And I'm saying flashy passing doesn't make you all of a sudden playmaker. But I don't think Dame, like his 7 to 8 assists, yeah, that's a lot. But if Jaylen Brown had the ball in his hands as much as
he's not creating the same way. He's not. He would average pickpocketed.
He would average 6 to 7 assists if
he would get pickpocketed. He would get pickpocketed.
If he played for the Blazers and he had the ball as much as Damian Lillard did, he's not playmaking near.
He's not playmaking.
When is Dame playmaking though? I've never had this conversation.
That's what
I've never heard.
Dame has been a playmaker.
All of a sudden,
how do you guys think? How do you think these guys are able to get off?
They're able to get open because it's called running an offense. Your point guard isn't just okay. I'm getting you open. No. Cut and come off this screen. Now you're open. Bam, pass you the ball. That's not elite playmaking. That's just passing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So y'all got.
I ain't know.
Jaylen Brown averaging 7 is crazy.
Say it up. Say it.
Yo, bro, Bob, you say passing the ball. You just pass the ball coming off it. Like,
I'm saying, running the offense doesn't make you an elite playmaker. That's just running offense. You know what I'm saying? How is that?
What are you talking about? No, Draymond Green.
Listen, okay.
I knew you was going to say it. I knew you was going to say it.
No. Let me answer this question.
Draymond Green.
He's running the offense.
And not doing too much extra.
Let me ask you a question, Tegan.
Dave is not doing that.
If you run off a screen and come off a curl, and I'm dribbling the ball and I pass it to you,
they call Draymond elite playmaker.
Elite playmaking is making the right pass every single time. Every single time you make the right read, that's elite playmaking. You make the right read of what.
So Dame is doing that every single time, making the right play.
Making the right read.
Wait,
every single time, like clockwork, like a robot.
Is that what Dame is doing? Tegan making the right decision.
But y'all making it sound like Damian is
average. But that's what you just. Like you said,
I'm not saying he's at the 1%.
I'm not with
you. You said elite playmaking was.
We could agree he's not elite.
We
can agree.
That's what I said, though. That's what I said.
He is
very
good.
Very good.
If you got
I say good. I say good.
If you got the S tier, he's right on that next.
I say good.
Take that very.
I say good.
Take that very out of there.
He's
good
playmakers,
he's at the bottom of the good.
But look, no, it's just because
name me them.
It's just because he has
Halliburton or Dame as a playmaker.
Guys,
you gotta leave Halliburton out of Dame's conversation. When we talk about playmaking and passing, don't even think of that.
Name me 10 guys.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Halliburton's better. He sent me to give me the names.
Halliburton's better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you, bro.
Name me 10 names.
Doesn't matter what that matters. But then you bring up Tyrese Halliburton because he averages 11.
But J-Rob, that's not what I said. That's not even what I said. All I said is
he told me to name him. I was about to start naming them.
Tegan can't tell me that if you just make a pass to an open player, then that makes me an elite playmaker.
That's what
I'm talking about. There's a difference between running an offense and making.
That's what Dub was trying to get at. Like Draymond is called an elite playmaker. All he do is make handoffs to Stephen Clay.
Okay, but I don't call him an elite playmaker.
No, I was just saying. But look, I agree with both of y'all. Before y'all name the 10 guys, because I don't think Dame is a top 10 playmaker. I do want to say I don't think you have to be top 10. I don't think you have to be top 10 to be a very good playmaker, though. I still think he's a very good playmaker. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. I thought when Dub was making the conversation to say that Dame was, light years ahead of as a number one option to Jaylen Brown, I was just saying I thought he was overrating his playmaking a bit. That's all I was saying. I'm not saying Dame is a bad playmaker. I'm just saying he wasn't to the level Dub was trying to make it seem.
I need 10 guys. I need 10 because if he's in the top 10, he's a great playmaker in the league.
I'm gonna give it to you, Dub, but hold on, we gotta clarify something. Are we talking about passing or playmaking? Because playmaking, that's when you add.
And even then,
let's talk about playmaking, not passing.
Wait, my bad, Bobby and Ty. My bad, Bobby and Ty. Because y'all the same dudes that praise John Stockton, but then now you're shitting on making the easy fucking.
I'm not saying. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I think this is what Dub is saying. I think he's saying that
you comparing Dame Lillard to John Stockton.
You talk about the way of running the offense, but then you praise John Stockton.
You just be throwing out crazy shit like that to
it's a praising John Stockton and you're trying to crucify Dave. That doesn't make sense.
Hey Ron, you see that?
There's no comparison.
I see that crazy stuff.
Running the offense.
Are we talking about playmaking?
Making an easy pass off a pitch.
We were talking about playmaking, Ron.
If we're talking about playmaking, Dame is a top 10 playmaker just because he can score on any given play. He can always make a play via scoring. If we're talking about passing, I think it's 15 to 20 passers better than Dame.
We're not talking about playmaking as a scorer. Obviously, he's elite at playmaking to get his own shots. Right. When Dub is talking about what Dub is talking about is playmaking to pass.
We're talking about facilitating.
Facilitating more. Yeah, there you go. As a facilitator, there you go.
You still can't name that.
I think y'all missing what Dub is saying.
Go ahead.
And you say the bonus in line. Facilitator crunch. Dame is not a facilitator.
No, hold on, Tyson and Bob. Tyson is saying that when you think of elite playmakers, you don't think about Dame in that conversation. I agree with that. I agree, but Dub is saying that. Dub is saying that if Jaylen Brown was on that team with Dame,
Dame is a good enough player and has great IQ to where he'll be the playmaker for that team and they'll have success.
I'm saying
he will be the playmaker for that team. I agree with that.
I'm saying that Jaylen Brown helps Dame more than Dame helps Jaylen Brown.
I think
that's not true.
I agree with Dub.
That's just not true.
Dame can still be the greatest.
I don't necessarily agree with Bob saying right there.
It's not a big gap, but
it's not a big gap. That was my point.
I think
that was my point.
But look, Ron, go ahead and get the 10 names, Ron.
That was my only point, Tegan. That it's not a big gap where what Jaylen brings defensively, that this makes Dame this number one player over Jaylen Brown. That's all I was saying.
I think it does.
I think it does.
Okay, and I disagree.
Jaylen Brown operates a lot in the one-on-one, and that benefits Jaylen Brown more than Damian Lillard. Dame at least can create. He has gravity that can be brought upon himself to get Dame open, to get JB open shots, to draw that defense on him.
But being an elite one-on-one player is gravity, bro.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying Damian Lillard.
Man, don't be talking slow to me like that, Dub, man. What you?
all I'm saying is that Damian Lillard, on top of with the one-on-one isolation scoring, can create way more than Jaylen Brown. But Ron, I need to hear these top 10 passers, playmaker, whichever way you define it.
Ron, come with it, Ron. But let me say this though, Ron. I hope Jaylen Brown never gets traded to Portland. I hope Jaylen Brown never gets traded to Portland because that's not going to do nothing but throw his career down the drain. All Damian Lillard want to do is shoot that damn ball. That's not going to do nothing for Jaylen Brown. He need to stay where he at and don't even look. If they say you're getting traded to Portland, I'll tell them I'm not suiting up.
That's disrespectful to somebody that beat Russ and PG.
Hey, that's all right. Russ and PG, and then did what?
No, I'm just saying. Listen, bro. He beat Russ and PG, didn't he?
Yeah, that's cool. If it's disrespectful,
I trust him. So imagine he had Jaylen Brown.
Don't got no time for that.
He
better off over there with Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart.
He probably is.
Ron, who's the 10?
You ready?
Yes.
I'm talking about passing. This has nothing to do with scoring. It's strictly passing. And on top of that, what I'm going to say is these guys would average more assists than Dame if they were put in his same role and had the ball as much as him.
Oh, no.
Shoot it, big Ron. Shoot it.
James Harden. I don't think nobody's questioning that, right?
Facts.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Facts.
Trae Young.
Facts.
Nikola Jokic. The best passing big I've ever seen. Chris Paul.
Facts.
Luka Doncic.
Facts.
And I'll kick anybody off this stream if anybody questions this one. Russell Westbrook.
All right, now you're done. Now you're done.
Dame is a better passer than Russell Westbrook.
Yes, he is.
He's not a hold on. Dame is not a better playmaker than
Russell. Are you serious, dog?
You came up here and got your asshole, son.
Damian Lillard a better passer than Russell Westbrook.
You could have got 10. You could have got my thing is Ron. You could have got a better 10, bro. You could have got a way better 10 than that, bro.
No,
I'm saying.
I don't even like Russ like that. I don't even like Russ like that, and I'll say he's a better passer.
He's a better passer than Russell Westbrook.
Hey, Ron.
Hold on. Can I just say?
I'm anti-Russ, and y'all not going to admit it.
Bob, you came up here and said that Damian Lillard passes the ball and he just running the offense. And that'll make him a great passer. But y'all going to sit here and tell me that Russell Westbrook getting the rebound and going 100 miles an hour and then dumping that shit to Steven Adams, that's crazy passing.
Oh, so you ain't seen him.
This ain't my list. This ain't my list. How you
J-Rob, you cap right now, bro.
I'm not capping, bro. I'm not saying he's a bad passer. I'm not saying he's a bad passer, but I'm saying a lot of his stats, he was averaging those 10.
You ain't finna do that to Russell Westbrook, bro.
Yeah, that's nasty. That was nasty, Rob.
You talking about one play? You must not have seen. You must not have seen when he did.
Yo, J-Rob, this ain't my list.
When he averaged 10 assists, that wasn't my point, Crunch.
He's averaged that multiple times.
When he averaged 10 assists, Crunch, when he was averaging 10 assists, how many of those out of that 10 assists, how many of those 10 assists when he was averaging were just dump off passes in a fast break to somebody on the block? Or
not all of them.
Not all of them, but I'm saying he did that a lot.
Russ was nasty in the half court. What are we talking about?
That's not my point.
So how does Dame get his
that? I'm just saying, y'all discredited Dame for running his offense.
No, that's a good play.
That made him that passer. I'm just saying, how can you use logic like that?
Not right.
how you can use that logic to discredit Dame, but I use that logic to discredit.
I didn't use that logic.
He's saying Russ is better. He's saying Russ is just a better playmaker than Dame.
I didn't use that logic. First of all,
that's what Bob said up here, bro.
He's saying Russ is a better playmaker.
But hold on, what I'm trying to say is
y'all gonna keep quoting and misquoting and saying that I said something I didn't say. This isn't my list.
Bob?
First of all, look, this isn't my list, so I don't know how you correlating what me and Tegan was
talking about. I'm correlating. Those don't even come together.
Bro. So okay, so let me explain myself before you, Dub, and Crunch, and even Tegan jump on me before I finish my, what I was trying to say.
Help me out, bro.
I feel like your playmaking ability is shown more because it's so you run a play or you make a play, right? So my thing is I equate playmaking ability more so with when the play breaks down and so now I make something happen. I find, or playmaking when I come off the pick and roll and I'm supposed to be running this, but I see something else and I'll get that pass off, backdoor cut, on the baseline, something like that. I see playmaking. I see playmaking being something that you more so do, like I said, when the play breaks down or something kind of out of the offense. If I know that I'm supposed to pass it to my two guard coming off the down screen, I'm running what my coaches instructing us to run, which there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want y'all to act like I'm trying to down that. I think that's great basketball. You're supposed to play great basketball, but you can't sit here and tell me that playmaking isn't more of what you do when, once again, I hate to keep repeating myself, but when plays break down or something that's out of the offense that isn't just a crazy, accidental turnover. I'm talking about, I know the plays over here, but I'm making plays over here. That's what playmaking is in my mind. Y'all don't see this.
Why do you defend John Stockton so much then?
What are you talking about, Doug?
He just said, "What, Bob? You ain't listening."
Why? No.
I agree with that.
I hear you.
He's not listening to what he's saying. That's the.
How am I not listening to what I'm saying?
He just said that when somebody does that, he's great. He's saying John Stockton is a great facilitator and running of the offense. John Stockton is not necessarily an elite playmaker. He's a great runner of the offense. He has high IQ. He knows where the ball is supposed to go, and he gets it to the right spot, and the players make shots. And he was great at that.
I also do think that John Stockton. Well, Dub, listen, because I also do think that John Stockton was a good playmaker as well. I'm not one of the people that's watched 5 John Stockton games and be like, oh well, he didn't. Most of it was just out of this. What about the times when it wasn't? What about the times when they're playing elite defense and they know they're trying to run this, so he has to make something else happen over here?
He got stopped a lot.
Y'all fall in love with all he did was pick and roll. All he did was pass to Jeff Hornacek. That's an ignorant take for y'all to believe.
Bobby, you're
not. I ain't gonna lie. I'm defending John Stockton. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
You're not understanding what you're saying, though.
How am I not understanding what I'm saying?
Let me tell you why. Because you're saying that you're not understanding. I'm about to tell you.
Wait. Make sure that you said that you're not understanding, because I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Bobby, you're not understanding. You said for me to say that you're not understanding.
Then we not gonna do this, bro.
So listen. So Bobby, the issue is you're saying that.
Why are we even talking about John Stockton? How does
I'm about to put it all together. Like you said, you want to explain yours. I'm about to explain mine. The thing that you said about Dame is like, yeah, I do put value into you running your offense and making the plays and everything. But one of the points you used to diminish Damian Lillard was that he's not really doing anything. He's just running the offense. Then
I didn't even say he was doing that.
Let me finish.
I didn't even say he was doing that. I think he's barely doing that.
Then you changed it. Then you changed it to, oh yeah, I put more value when the play breaks down. You making something out of nothing. You hitting the guy on the back screen and your value. And that
he didn't say you put more value in it. He said that's playmaking.
It's 2 different things.
You said you put value in it.
Bro, I'm not gonna do this, bro.
We could go rewind the tape. We could go rewind the tape. We could go rewind the tape, bro. It's all recorded. It's all recorded. But all I'm saying is that's what you said.
Bro, stop misquoting me, bro. Stop telling me what I said.
That's what you said.
I know that I don't value either one more.
I'm not going to hold you.
I value great basketball.
Bobby. After I say my take, I will go find it for you, bro. But that's what you said.
You can say you
since
can
that's
find
what
it,
you said. Since that's what you said, you're not being consistent.
Talk to them, bro. Talk to them. I'm not doing.
You're not being consistent because at the end of the day, Bobby,
Damian
Lillard
is key.
Yes. At the end of the day, Bobby, at the same time of Dame running the offense, there's times where the play breaks down. He's finding the open man where they send the triple team off a pick and roll. He hits the guy on the right side, or when he's getting doubled or losing balance, he hits to the open corner. He does that all the time, bro. That's just what he does. So my mind, I don't understand how you're diminishing Dame and his passing and his playmaking if that's something that you value. Because on top of him running the offense, he could give you those bailout plays as well.
He can.
Okay,
he can.
That's cool. That's cool. But when you're bailing yourself out for playing bad basketball, what am I supposed to say about that?
Basketball? What?
Yeah, just dribbling around trying to score. If you put yourself in a bad situation, that's your problem. Once again, though, Doug, I don't value either one over either
triple
one.
team coming off a pick and roll. Triple team
Pass
coming
the
because
ball.
of how
Pass the
good
ball.
of.
Pass
That's
the
what he
ball.
does. That's
Okay,
what
cool.
he does.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Doug. What I'm saying is, bro, I don't value either one over the other one. I think playmaking is essential. I think you need to be able to play make, but I also think that you should run the offense because that's good basketball.
So what's the separator for you then?
What do you mean? What's the separator?
What's the separator for you quantifying as Damian Lillard as an average or slightly above average playmaker?
Because I just don't think he does it like, does it all that great. I don't think he's a great player. I don't think he's an elite playmaker, Dub. I don't understand what's the problem with that. Why can't I just be comfortable in the way I feel about Damian Lillard's playmaking without
because we're on a sports show. That's why.
Yeah, okay, so I gave my opinion. Let's go on, bro. Like, I don't get why it's got to be an argument, bro. I just don't.
I think Russ is for sure a better playmaker than Dame.
I don't think it's even a question.
And that was number 7, so we got 3 more.
Yo, we for sure got 3 more, but I'm still.
Yeah, I don't know why that was a big deal. I don't know why Russ being better than Dame was nasty.
You guys do know that, and keep in mind, I'm not talking about playmaking because playmaking equates to scoring too. I'm just talking about passing, bro.
Right.
Dame has never came close to averaging 10+ assists.
So then maybe then I didn't hear you say passing. When you made that list, I thought you were talking about the ability to playmake. So that's why I reacted.
I think he's better at both.
I feel like
I don't think he's a better. I don't think he's a better playmaker. If we go passing, that's cool. But as a playmaker, I don't think Russ and I don't think Dame is a better playmaker.
But
I don't think Russ is a better playmaker than Dame.
Even when you talk about playmaking, Russ, when you think of like top 20 playmakers of all time,
I can give you that.
You gotta think Russ.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I can give you that. I'm not mad at that.
A dude that's averaged 30.
But you went crazy when he said it, my boy.
Because I thought he was saying because you're saying that he was better than Dame. I don't think he's better than Dame in that area. You weren't
scoring. Way better playmaker.
So hold on, J-Rob. So if you think
we all agree up here that playmaking also is passing and scoring. It's not.
No, I was gonna say J-Rob. So if you think Dame is a better playmaker, do you think he would fit well with Jaylen Brown?
Do I?
You did.
I think Dame. Bro.
Yeah.
I would if the Trailblazers could pull off a trade to bring in Jaylen Brown to Portland. I think you can fix him. Dame can fix a lot of narratives about himself. And I think he does a lot for what that team is desperate for. By far. JB would create and I think JB probably would have a career high in assists this year because of the fact that he's playing with a guy like Dame. I think he would have more to his game, bro.
Not 7
I think
it's
crazy, bro.
Hey, Ron, I got another name for you, LaMelo Ball.
You know what? He wasn't even on my list. LaMelo for sure got him. Hey, so that's 8 right there. Doug ran off because he knew his list was getting ugly. Hey, and then so we had 8. I have Ja Morant. Does he quantify?
I think they're in the same realm. I think they're in the same realm.
I can't get it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think is this passing or playmaking, Ron? Let me just say
this is passing.
Oh, passing. I think
they're in the same realm to me.
Same tier.
Right about that. I would probably get the edge of Morant, but I think there's names that can really hit.
Okay,
right.
Yeah. I'll give the edge to John. I'll give the edge to John.
Well, this is my list.
Hey, Bobby.
Ja Morant.
What's up?
All right, cool.
I just went back and watched it.
Mm-hmm.
What I said is exactly what you said.
Okay, Doug. What I'm saying is I do not value either one over the other one, Doug. I do not value either one over the other one, bro.
Hey, Ron, that's 9.
Yeah.
Ron, that's 9.
Hold up right quick, Doug.
You nasty, Doug.
Doug, when you left, I gave you 8 and 9. You got LaMelo Ball.
Oh my God!
Ron, guess what? Hey, Ron, guess what?
Is anybody up here refuting LaMelo Ball besides Doug? PSP.
Passing, Doug.
LaMelo Ball,
passing, not playmaking. Passing.
No. We could go by your playmaking, the playmaking definition that you guys are used to, because passing is something different for me.
Hey, Ron, guess what? Guess what number 10 is?
Who?
LeBron.
Facts.
I mean,
LeBron could be better.
LeBron's the best passer, bro.
Look, so that's team.
He's not could be. He is.
He's the best passer.
LeBron's
the best passer, bro.
A lot of what y'all saying was a bit of reach. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh man.
But
what's the reach? Who's you guys almost fell out of your seats when I said Russell Westbrook?
Russ is a reach.
He's not a reach.
Tegan, you nasty, bro.
Yo,
Tegan,
you nasty.
Bro, stop hating, my guy.
Yo, Tegan, I promise you, Bron is hunting for Pat under the rim tonight, bro. Catching that boy lacking tonight.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, don't forget the Monsters too.
Sabonis is not better than him at all.
Sabonis is absolutely better.
It's a conversation. It's a conversation.
It's not even a conversation.
It's a conversation.
The only reason it's a conversation because you guys are looking at the assist numbers, not how they actually.
No. Watch the Bean games, bro.
Watch
the bonus, bro.
You gotta watch the bonus.
Dame is clearly a better passer. He is clearly a better passer than
Stop. Nah, Sabonis be pulling out some wild passes.
Look, Dame couldn't pass like Sabonis if Sabonis was to be blindfolded out there.
Yo, the best, and on top of that, Dame ain't even the better passer than his pops, who actually played up here in Portland. So Dame ain't even the best playmaker from the organization.
Hey, bro, y'all not me, man.
I got another one though, Malcolm Brogdon.
Dame is still a better passer.
I'm not mad at Malcolm. Think about a guy like Malcolm, and this is what I was saying in the beginning, Dub, because if we were to do this scenario, I could probably run down 25 people that if you gave them the ball, as much as Dame has it, dude would easily have 7 assists at the end of the game.
All right, so why are you guys equating this to assist numbers?
No, it's
because y'all know basketball is more assist numbers. Jason Williams gonna have a lot of assists like that. But guess what? I would think he won best passes.
I don't like Brogdon. I don't like Brogdon because Brogdon gives me more of that vibe I was talking about earlier. Where I don't think Brogdon is a better passer in the game, but the thing that makes him look good is he's gonna make an accurate entry pass. The guy coming off the screen going to keep it simple like that. He's gonna be able to. He's gonna swing the ball to the other side of the half court.
He's gonna do these things better than Dame are doing.
But Josh Giddey might be a better passer than him.
I'll give you
Josh Giddey might be a better passer than Lillard, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll give you Josh Giddey.
I'll say DeJounte Murray.
I like DeJounte Murray too.
Not more than Lillard, though. Not more than Lillard.
Hold on. So what level of playmaker do y'all think Damian
Lillard as a passer?
As a playmaker, he's like
passer, not playmaker. Passer.
Who'd you say?
Top 15.
Ben Simmons.
I think Ben Simmons is a better passer than Dame too.
He's got to be on the court to do it, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Ben Simmons should not be on anybody's list. He's out the NBA, bro.
This is the.
I'm
not gonna lie. This is. I'm not doing this shit. This is by far. I'm not gonna lie. This is the most lies I've ever heard on one show about Damian Lillard and his passion.
I love Damian Lillard.
This is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my This is the craziest shit I heard in my fucking life. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm not jumping off no ledge. I said he's good. I just said he wasn't to the level you was talking about.
But like, here's the thing.
What are you guys talking about?
Ron said that Jaylen Brown, if he was in Damian Lillard's position, could average 7 assists. Jaylen Brown's not even like a top
6 to 7.
Talk about running.
He averages 3 right now.
So if Jason Tatum wasn't playing there and he was the number one,
he's not a great ball handler though, Ron. To be fair, like I said, he's not a great ball handler. I don't think
Sabonis isn't the best ball handler because he's a big man and he doesn't go through his legs and behind his back.
Right, but it's different. It's different when you're.
Makes you think that Jaylen Brown's a great passer.
You don't have to be a good dribbler to be a good passer. But this is also what I'm saying. You
I agree with that,
have to be a good passer to get 6 assists a game if the ball is in your hands all game. If you're a scorer and you're attracting double teams all game, somebody's open. Think about the logic. It's 2 people guarding you. You have 5 people in offense. Somebody's wide open. It's not hard to drive into the lane and pass to an open shooter, which Dame does a lot. That's not hard to do.
Yeah,
I think it's easier to guard Jaylen Brown. I think it's easier to guard Jaylen Brown in that set. If you swap them,
you got to get in the position for that double team.
Yeah, if you swap Lillard and Jaylen Brown, it's gonna be easier to guard Jaylen Brown on offense versus Lillard because of the distance that Lillard can shoot and the gravity he brings. Then we're talking about gravity. You're not gonna be sending a ton of double teams at Jaylen Brown because let's be honest, I don't know if y'all remember last year's playoffs, some of the struggles that he had against the Miami Heat was because he put the ball on the ground.
Let me ask y'all this. What is y'all
that's a part of his game, though. Jaylen Brown is a slasher, right? So his game, most of his game is to put the ball on the ground and go to the hoop. What I'm trying to say is, if he's the number one option, he's going to do that more. Which, yeah, I know you're saying he's not going to attract the gravity that Dame's going to attract, but when he's getting to the hoop, the defense has to rotate, right?
Hold on.
Which means that somebody has to be open, right?
Real quick. When they was trying to make D Book, who's a great scorer, right? We all agree he's a great scorer, but not a great playmaker. When they tried to have him on ball, it was a big fail. His assist numbers went up, but that did not make him a better playmaker or a better passer. You know what I'm saying? So
I never said he would be a better passer or a better playmaker.
That's what I'm saying. To that point,
go up.
I'm just comparing it to what I'm saying. Jaylen Brown, it still wouldn't be a lead to team success because he's not a great playmaker or a passer from what we've seen so far. The same thing with Devin Booker. That's a good comparison because they're huh?
You said Dame isn't a great playmaker?
No, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's a great. To me, that's a good comparison. When they try to do that with Devin Booker, when they said they had to go get Chris Paul because Booker couldn't facilitate the offense. So I think it will be the same thing with Jaylen Brown. He might do it, and might, you know what I'm saying, he might have his assist numbers are going to go up, obviously, but it wouldn't be successful because he's not a great playmaker or ball handler.
We can talk about
this is the issue I have with what's been going on today. Number one, y'all switched the criteria of playmaking, right? I thought that you guys just didn't want to talk about the playmaking that everybody else talks about with the scoring, gravity, and everything, which is why y'all talked about passing. So when we was talking about passing,
everybody else, you, Mars, and Mo,
I thought that's why.
So that's the standard criteria.
Yeah,
what's your definition of playmaking? What's your definition?
My definition of playmaking is your ability to make a play happen, to do something that leads to a bucket.
That is the definition.
Whether it's you passing to somebody else to get a bucket.
So let me ask you this, right? The passing is a different criteria, right? Just because you're a better passer than somebody, does that automatically mean that you're probably on this different level or this great extraordinary level? Just because you're a more creative or better passer? Yes or no?
As a playmaker?
No, passer.
You said doesn't make you on what level?
A better player.
What do you
mean? Does being a great passer make you a better player?
What's more important in registering if you're a better player or not? Being a better passer or being a better player?
So now who's a better player?
It's always been that.
I'm confused. I'm confused on what you're saying. I'm a little confused.
So what makes you a better player? Being a better player?
When we are trying to decide who's better, player A, player A, or player B, right? What is the points where we're gonna go to more? Who's a better playmaker or who's a better passer?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Playmaking is more important. I would say.
It depends on context, though. It depends on what we're talking about.
Let Dub finish that. Let Dub finish that.
No, because Tyson answered his. So you gave his answer.
And it depends on your role. It depends on your role, though. Okay. But I think,
that's what I'm saying. It depends on context. It depends
on your role.
I want to hear what you're cooking up.
No. The point is, right? Being a playmaker is far more crucial to me in deciding who's a better player. So when we're talking about Damian Lillard and his playmaking, you shifted it to passing that way it could benefit your argument. Damian Lillard is a top 10 playmaker in this fucking league.
No, hold
That's
on.
what he
okay, so let me
this whole point started because of the Jaylen Brown talks, because of the Damian Lillard talks, and now we went all this way, all these talks into passing for what I don't even know why. Damian Lillard would be the better player with Jaylen Brown every single time because of his ability to play make, because of his ability to score the rock, because of his gravity. All of that will make him better. Even though the defense that Jaylen Brown has, it's fine. It doesn't outweigh everything else that Damian Lillard brings. We just got into this bag of fucking passing for what? For no reason. Because that didn't help the argument. No, that didn't help the argument. That helped nobody's argument. We just talked. We wasted 10 minutes talking about passing.
No, because you guys said that Damian Lillard was a great passer, and we're telling you guys he is average. He's cool.
We said he was a great playmaker. You switched it to passing.
But look, but what you like? How you just answered? You just asked Tyson, or you asked everybody. Tyson answered, and you went on. I disagree. So for me, when I said, I think we can kind of call who's a better playmaker. In order for me to decipher who's a better playmaker, if we're not talking about their scoring ability, I would have to say that a guy that kind of breaks the offense more, kind of does his own thing, probably is a better playmaker. So I personally want a point guard that is just gonna do the right thing, make the right passes. I don't understand what's wrong with you guys, or not what's wrong with you guys, but why you guys are so against playing just regular basketball. Like, why are y'all so against just making the extra pass? Like, how is that? That doesn't make you a bad passer.
I love me.
That's fine, but when we was going by differentiating between Jaylen Brown and Damian Lillard, I heard the exact words was, "You're acting if Dame is his great playmaker." And
I said that. I meant that.
So,
I wonder why.
he's a top 10 playmaker. If he's a top
but
10
Dub, you being a little nasty, because when we talking about playmaking, we were specifically talking about how it pertains to for your other teammates. So we're excluding that's kind of the scoring part of the playmaking. So that's why we brought up passing. We're talking about playmaking for your other teammates. That's where Dame is lacking. That's what we're talking about. So if you're just saying playmaking and scoring and all that combined, then it's a lot of great playmakers per se that can get the ball and go get you a bucket. But we're talking about how it pertains to helping your other teammates. That's what we're talking about.
I've seen numerous times Damian Lillard running the offense,
and that's why I say he's not great.
Passing, on top of that, drawing a triple team, using his gravity to set up guys, because that's what LeBron James and Russell Westbrook lived off of for so long. Their ability to draw the attention and them hit the center right next to him.
And we saying he doesn't do that elite. I'm saying he doesn't do that elite. Yes, he does it.
How is that?
I said he does it good.
Elite is fine. You said average. You said not.
No, I know. I backed off of average. I said he's good. I said he's good. I said he's good.
I do agree.
And I don't think he's top 10.
I do agree
as it pertains to getting his teammates involved.
I do agree that Dame is not a top 10 playmaker, but I think he's a better playmaker than Jaylen Brown. So that's why I agree that.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Brown was on that team. I think that's what would make Dame. That's part of why Dame would be a better player on that team. So I agree with Dub with that, but I just don't see Dame being a top 10 or 15 playmaker. I think all the guys that Ron had named are better passers and better playmakers. I don't think you got to separate it. Like, a lot of times they go hand in hand. It is different things, but a lot of times it goes hand in hand. Like, most of the time, a great passer is a great playmaker. They got handles and things of that nature.
That's what I was speaking to.
Then why is Russell Westbrook so great? Because he uses his gravity a lot to create a lot of plays for his playmaking ability.
Mm-hmm. That's part of it. That's when we was talking about playmaking as opposed to passing.
Yeah,
I understand that. I understand that.
I think Russ fits in there. Like, he's a great playmaker. To me,
okay, I agree. It seems as if y'all discounting Dame's scoring just to promote an argument, when no, we don't do that with anybody else. We don't do that with LeBron. We don't do that with Jokic.
No, that's not.
I'll put it like this, right?
Go ahead.
Dame is a good playmaker. The same reason why I think that Kyrie is a good playmaker, but I wouldn't put Kyrie in my top 10 or 15 playmakers, though.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, Dame.
Handles
exactly. That's a great point.
Like,
Dame's not a guy.
I'm saying handles and scoring gravity. Kyrie can use his skills and scoring threat to create options for other teams. He does that well. He just not. I don't think he's a. If somebody told
he doesn't do it enough.
Playmaker, I wouldn't say
it's because he doesn't do it enough.
That's a great point.
Damian Lillard does it enough, though. He doesn't.
And he's better than Kyrie, but it's along in the same vein to me. He's better than Kyrie, I agree. But it's along the same vein. They use their ball handling and skills to get shots, and that's part of playmaking. I agree. But when it pertains to getting other teammates involved, I don't think Dame is at a top tier level.
Then you shouldn't hold Russ or LeBron to the same. Y'all shouldn't hold Russ and LeBron to that. If you're going having that way of thinking, y'all shouldn't hold them to that standard.
This is the thing.
LeBron does it great. What are you talking about?
LeBron does it great, but he uses his scoring gravity a lot.
I'm not saying using your scoring is fine, but I'm saying he doesn't get his teammates involved enough, whereas LeBron uses his to get his teammates involved more often.
And that, I'm not going to lie, that's not true. Damian Lillard gets his team involved enough times, far enough that to classify him as a great playmaker. Not on their level, but a great playmaker. He does it enough.
One thing I guess about Dame is Dame hasn't had the talent that LeBron's had as well. So, but I'm thinking, like, if you were to drop Dame on the Celtics, for instance, Dame doesn't just his assist numbers don't just go up. If you put Dame with the all-time great supporting cast, his assist numbers don't just go up. Players like LeBron and Russ, when you put pieces around him, their assists go up. But on top of that, Russ makes players better around him. And you could say what you want to. Paul George, Steven Adams is dudes that when you put them around Russ, Kevin Durant had an MVP season with Russ. When you put those dudes around Russell Westbrook, they get better.
Jeremy Grant isn't having one of his best seasons.
Jeremy Grant averaged 20 last year. I guarantee you his numbers are down this year playing next to Damian Lillard than they were.
Nah, see, but I wouldn't get that nasty with it. I think Dame is a good leader for them young guys.
I'm not saying he's a good leader. I'm not saying he's a good leader or that he's not a good leader. Yeah. I'm just saying he doesn't necessarily make players better.
Yeah, I agree. I don't put him
Russell Westbrook have Nurkic looking like a top
Jeremy
5
Grant.
center in the league.
Jeremy Grant is having his best 20 point per game seasons playing next to Damian Lillard.
Yeah, that's true.
His best 20 point. What does that mean?
He just not. But
his averages, his efficiency is at all time highs for him.
Yeah,
career highs. Playing next to Damian Lillard.
How much is he averaging this year?
20.
And how much did he average last year?
19.
Okay.
On 47. Last season was on 42 and 35. This season's on 47 and 40. But no, he didn't make him better. Yeah, he made him a
point better.
He didn't make him better. He didn't make him better.
I don't think Dame has made anybody better.
Yeah, we still talking about Dame, y'all.
Yeah, it's been about an hour.
No, sometimes people can't let shit go.
Hey, we gonna go ahead and jump into these super chats. We got a few of them to get into, and then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get into our next topic. It's about damn time. Tapped in with a super chat. He said,
"You lost, us."
Dub.
Hey, y'all did that. I didn't lie for about an hour, man. That's all I'm saying. Y'all said a bunch of lies about Dame not.
I didn't say no lies. That's cap. Go ahead,
the only thing you was right about is he made Jeremy Grant way better. 1 point per game. It's about damn time with the super chat. He said, Big Ox, Dub, Ron, J Rob. What up, my guys? Good to see y'all. Ron, can we get a PC sneakerhead show? Make it happen, Ron. Make it happen, big dog. Keep doing your thing, though.
I feel like he's talking to me. I think he's talking to me right now. Shit.
Gotta be.
Y'all see the back.
Gotta be.
You gotta be talking to J Rob. We need it. I would show everybody what's going on, but the last time I did that, I knocked over my entire sneaker collection right on Dub's World. So I'm not gonna go through that.
We need a sneakerhead show.
We can have a sneakerhead show.
Do we need some?
Okay.
I'll bring out the heat.
we could do it, bro. You feel me? I'm just saying.
For
this life, I cannot change. Oh.
That's hard, Jim.
Yo, drink more water with the next super chat said with only four teams with less than 30 wins this season, there's going to be some decent teams with a chance at a top 5 draft pick. Which playing teams can make a huge leap next season? Yo, Tegan, PSP, tap in. What teams do y'all think can make a huge leap?
It's Oklahoma City Thunder. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's not a doubt in my mind. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, I'm excited to see their future, yo.
Bro,
I think they have a great future. And then hopefully once Shaq comes back, I like the Thunder's potential.
I think honestly, this makes crazy, but I think Chet might have benefited from not playing this rookie year. Takes a lot of the hype off of him, not a lot of pressure. Because coming in at that number 2 overall, the unicorn, there was everyone, how's he going to fit? How's he going to work? All that hype is kind of died down. And once we go into next year, he's just going to play his role, and he's the perfect center to play next to Shea and Giddey. Mm-hmm. He's going to have a great year next year, man. And he might win Rookie of the Year over Wemby.
And he had a year to get in the weight room, too. I thought that was major. You have a year we could really develop, like, just getting stronger for the season. I think that's important.
Yo, y'all seen him working out yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look good, bro.
Yeah,
look good.
Tegan's smart, bro. Tegan's smart. I do think Wemby is winning.
That's a great tip.
I think Wemby is averaging 25 when he come in the league. 24, 25.
What team do y'all think Wemby's going? What team do y'all think Wemby is going to? What team do you think he's going to?
Spurs.
Oh no, I got a team for you.
Something's telling me he's going to Disney World, bro.
If he goes to the Magic,
something in my heart with Bobo and Paolo, but him and Paolo as a duo, bro. Paolo Banchero and Wemby.
I got a team for you. I don't see that.
I
got a team for you.
With the Rocks.
With the Rockets.
I got a team for you.
I like it. It's possible. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. It's not crazy.
I'm so mad you got a Parsons jersey, bro.
Yeah, I want to see Parsons. No, it's crazy. Parsons used to be nice.
I'm so mad you got a Parsons jersey. Don't show that shit no more, bro.
Chandler Parsons jersey.
Pack that up. Pack that up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Chandler Parsons killed me because, bro, he said that.
That's white privilege if I ever seen it. You knocked that off right now.
Hold on. I can defend myself. I got this in a mist. Hey,
just because y'all look alike, bro. I get that part, but nah, I don't do that no more.
Hey, hold up. I was at a Rockets game. They had a mystery pack. This was a game-worn jersey.
Okay.
In the back.
Okay.
I got a Chandler Parsons.
That's fair.
Hey, listen,
that's
man.
fair.
Chandler Parsons, the NBA player that was putting up good numbers when he was in his
Parsons and 2K.
When he was in his prime, when he was in his prime that lasted 2 minutes, bro, he was a good player, bro. So I don't
2 seasons.
No, I'm giving the dude a hard time, man. I'm just talking.
Nah, I feel you. I just
yeah.
Now that's a jersey.
There you
right
go. There you go.
That's a jersey right there.
There you go. Now we talking.
Yeah, that's that guy right there.
Any player that played in the league, man, I give him the respect. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's fact. I'm just.
You're a Houston fan, Tegan?
Yeah, I'm from Houston.
So what do you feel about everybody kind of, and this is why I think the sports community is weird. So that everybody was out on Jabari Smith after 30 games.
Not me.
After the last 10 games, he looking like a pro.
Well, because dudes be forgetting these dudes is 19 years old playing against vets, playing against grown men. It's not realistic.
It's not realistic. It's not.
The thing with Jabari coming out of college, we all knew he could not create his own shot. When you're on a team that is coached by Steven Silas, which I feel so bad for because I think Silas is a good coach. He just didn't sign up for this rebuild.
Yeah.
Jabari cannot create his own shot. And so you go onto an AAU team where you're being told to create your own shot. What do you think was going to happen? Now he's getting into a flow of the offense. He's confident because you tell he stopped shooting the ball. And that was his whole entire MO. He hit that shot against the Pacers on that game winner. And now everything's starting to flow. Get rid of the coach. Get Wemby. It's wraps. Get new uniforms because the uniforms we got suck. And Jalen Green is the truth. I'm gonna push that narrative till the day I die.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Jalen Green has grown up to do though.
Oh, 100%.
I think John Wall said it best about his game though. The stuff he does in a game will get him pulled if he's playing on a contender. The fact that he has the ability to just kind of go through his growing pains. He's lucky, but some of his chucking is crazy.
They need to treat Sengun like Sabonis.
Sengun is tough.
Yes.
They need to treat Sengun like Sabonis and Green like Fox, to be honest.
But y'all also have a play. Sengun gets the ball on the block, and I'm like, who's cutting? Where's the movement?
I don't think Jalen Green, though, man. His shot selection is bad. I've never really been that fan of his game, his NBA game. I think it's something missing. He got to develop some type of better shot selection.
He got some work to do. That's
he needs a coach to come in and say, "Hey, that's a bad shot."
You gotta get a post game. You gotta get a midi, like an in between game.
Yeah, he got to work on getting to his spots.
He got to sign.
There's rumors that they're going to go get Ime Udoka.
They should. He'll clean that. Hey, he'll clean that thing. Oh my God, he'll clean that thing.
Any team gonna touch him though? That's the question.
Wow.
Eventually.
No. The real question is he gonna touch anybody's team.
Yo, PS. I just want everybody to know, chat. Ime Udoka just got caught. But they all doing it, bro.
They all doing it, bro. They all doing it. Come on, man. The NFL, the major leagues, they all come on, bro. Hey, they doing it down the routes, bro. They doing it at the Piggly Wiggly. They doing it everywhere, man. Workplace fairs happen everywhere.
But he should be a head coach. No, he should be a head coach, though. No one's denying that. I just thought it was BS because, again, if they say it was consensual, it's consensual.
Nah, it's more than that, though.
It's more natural.
They acting like she ain't want some, man.
No, the problem. No. The Piggly Wiggly got it though. No, the problem is PSP.
Yeah, no, I'm old.
The biggest issue I think with that situation is the person that he was sleeping with is like the guy who wrote the check.
The higher up. Oh, okay.
Like he wanted a financial guy, so he made Udoka check while he also sleeping with his wife, which is kind of crazy in retrospect.
He was really writing Ime Udoka that check. Ime Udoka,
but it's also
two of them,
and it's also unprofessional though. At the end of the day, realistically,
right,
unprofessional. I don't. But this is where
protocol. You're not supposed to do that.
But this is where I'm like, I push back because guys, let's be real. There's other. Like, I don't think Ime Udoka's story is the first one. That's all I'm saying.
Hell yeah, bro. I agree. I agree with
stories
you,
of this
J-Rob.
before.
Listen, bro, at the end of the day, the dude
keep
mad.
your wife out the locker room.
The dude mad just because.
That's a fact, though, too.
The dude mad,
but he did mess up with Nia Long, though.
Huh?
He did mess up with
either way.
Long, though.
Whatever happened with Nia Long, that's
fine,
irrelevant. That's the personal thing. On top of that, just because the other coaches, you know what I'm saying, didn't get caught or whatever, you know what I'm saying, they just bet they smooth. They didn't get caught.
Nah. It's more to it than that, Bobby. To me, you know, I don't want to get too deep off in it. You can go into all this type of race thing and all this type of stuff. You know, it's undertones and implications involved. You know, it's okay for certain people to do it, and it's not okay for other people. That's the problem I have with is the double standard.
But Tyson, this is the thing. You know, this man is writing your checks. She the only chick out here? He thinking with his little head. He thinking with his little head. Ime Udoka was 100% wrong. You need to. This man is writing your checks. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a big part of it too. That's a big part of it too.
Ron, I got a question to ask you.
Tyson, it ain't nothing but meat on the bone. You know?
Right. No, but what happened to Isaiah though?
Oh yeah, that
Isaiah who?
Isaiah Thomas was doing the same thing, and they canned his ass too.
And I'm pretty sure Phil Jackson was sleeping with Jeannie Buss. Hey, I mean, it's still wrong though. Still wrong. I want y'all to know it is wrong to sleep.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. I think it's still.
Now, J-Rob, now I'm finna be a hypocrite. It is wrong. I know I said what I just said. I know I said what I just said, but if it's Jeannie. You know,
Yo, PSP, what question did you have to get off?
I want to ask you this because I thought about you, and I want to ask the rest of the crew if they want to. You think Ben Simmons' career is over?
Yeah.
Pack him up. He ain't a better passer than Dame, bro.
He has the Tyson. You see, I know you've been. I'm not calling you old, but I know you've seen a few players with the yips, bro, and you know how that affects you as a player. Like you can't get that shit back. It seems like.
Right. No, it's tough, man. He could go to some deep psychiatric help and sports psychologists, and just get back to being confident, man. And like I said, even in his LSU days, that was his MO, low motor. You know, they had to turn him up and turn him on to get him, you know what I'm saying, get him going, pause. So I just think it's always been a thing with him. And at this point in his career, I just don't see a way back. You know what I mean? I don't see teams taking a chance on him. He's going to have to take a deep pay cut. He's going to have, it's just so many variables that I don't think he'll be able to overcome at this point.
Yeah, I think
he could overcome it. He just need to change his mentality, bro.
You got to work on his game, but I don't think he's going to do that.
At the end of the day, you need to take accountability for, the state of where you at right now. You need to understand that maybe you could be giving out more to this game that's giving you all this money, man. And I think that he can turn things around. It's just a matter of his mentality, bro.
Just go to Portland.
But Dub, he had a good career. He's made a ton of money, and that's a tough road, bro. That road is not easy. You know what I'm saying? So to me, at this point, I'm like, man, I got all this cash. I've been scrutinized. I've been dragged through the mud. That's when your pride and all that steps in. But I don't think he has that. That's my problem with him. So for him to have that now, when he already made all this cash, when he can go home, sit back and live a great life and take the easy road, I think that's the road he's going to take.
I feel you on that, but that's where I'm like, man, you gotta. I don't want to say.
I think two things could be true.
You gotta step up,
health
man.
issues.
No, I agree.
But I think he needs to work on his game.
I hate it when people always that. I don't think it's mental health issues at all.
Him passing up that shot against Atlanta.
That's not mental health
issues.
Something
like, wrong with him.
I don't like saying it's a mental health issue. Just call it what it is.
Why not?
It's not mental health issue, bro. He's just afraid of the moment. He's just not willing to be there, bro. Like it is what it is. Take accountability. There's no issues other than he's just not confident within himself and in his game. That's not no mental health thing, bro. It is what it is. Like mental health should be safe for something that's like really like people really going through it. Like they really battling something. A confidence issue with calling it a mental health issue. Nah, I'm not with that.
Then how would you characterize it?
He has a confidence issue. He has terrible confidence within himself and within his game.
That's a mental thing.
But I think that's because he don't work in his game. If you don't practice, you're not gonna be confident in doing certain things in the game. You don't even know if you can do it or not. That's why he just takes shots. I think that's mental health because I was like, bro, you can counter that by working hard and putting in the work, bro. Like I don't know. I agree with that one.
Like I mental health.
I disagree.
I think that word should be saved for people that's like, you feel me, really going through some stuff. If somebody's just battling a confidence issue and just literally just afraid to be put in the burner, nah, bro, you just afraid, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
You're wasting team time too.
PSP, to answer your question though, is Ben Simmons over? I think first off, I'm gonna say no, and this is why I'm gonna say no, because you got to factor in Ben Simmons was so good from the start that we're all holding him up to this pedestal of what he was supposed to be, not what he actually is. When you compare Ben Simmons at 6'9", 6'10" to all the other 6'9", 6'10" players in the NBA, he's more skilled than 70% of them.
Man, that's a fact. Hey, Ron, see, the crazy part is I was thinking, like, he might be able to get some more looks because of his athleticism and size and the skill that he does have. I think if he don't work on his game, it's over, though, because I don't think the team wants what he is right now.
You can't sit here and tell me with a straight face that Ben Simmons isn't better than a lot of the big men coming off the bench.
He's not, though.
You can literally put Ben Simmons at the 4 or 5, just be like, hey, we want you to rebound, play defense.
They don't even
Looney over him.
Hold on, hey, Ron. They don't even want DeMarcus Cousins to do that, though. You feel me? I mean, sometimes teams will just be like, I'm good off him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What's that narrative, man? We know about the NBA and the narrative.
Comparing him to his old self. Stop comparing him to his old self and compare him to a new role that he can play. Ben Simmons might not. He might have overachieved actually in the first couple of years. He might not have been that good.
Ben Simmons might go down as the most overrated player of all time, bro. They said he was a jump shot away from
you called him a Hall of Famer, Ron. Over
they say he's Magic Johnson 2.0.
No, he was on that.
He was on his way. He was on his way for his Hall of Fame career. He was on his way.
Ron, no cap. I know you remember you saying that.
I ain't said that, bro.
Hey, Doug,
I agreed with you, though. I agreed with you.
Hey, Doug, what he said?
I ain't say nothing. Next
time. I disagree because of the money. Because of the money.
Well, he's making,
right. Nobody want no backup 4 or 5 man. You know what I'm saying? At that price.
Bro, you lied about a new
contract, though.
Oh, okay.
Halliburton is gonna have a better career. Well, I think he's a guy like that would be, a better player than Ben Simmons, man. What they said about Ben Simmons is gonna go down as blasphemy, bro. They said Magic Johnson and LeBron James. So I think he's
playing like that though.
I don't know, man.
They do that with everybody, though. They come out with these crazy comps for all these guys, man.
Well, at least LeBron always had a cool little jump shot, bro. Ben Simmons can't do nothing else.
But I mean,
so you don't think his
Ben
career
Simmons
is
was a
done?
number 1 overall pick, 6'10", could do everything.
I say done, Petey.
I like this war that's going on in the chat with C-Bug and Antisocial. I think it's hilarious. Yeah,
so I can't see it.
What they saying?
It's a lot. It's a long story. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been watching.
Go ahead, Pete.
You think Ben Simmons is done? He'll never be what he was in Philadelphia.
No, I think he'll never be what he was in Philadelphia. No, I don't. And it's unfortunate. I wish him the best, and I hope he gets the help he needs or whatever. I disagree with Doug. I think it is a mental health issue because anytime you're a detriment to yourself and costing yourself money and all these things because of a mental issue, I think that's a mental health issue. So I think he has a long road, and I just think he's going to rest on his laurels and what he's done and the money he's made and walk off in the sunset. I think. You
can tell there has to be something mental just from the fact that the kid refused
He's scared to shoot.
Like
right.
Right.
That's a mental
issue. That's a mental lapse right there. Where you just like, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not laughing at that. Like the mental health nothing that is funny. I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just saying, like when you're watching and he just refuses to shoot wide open 17 jump shots, and he's in NBA like.
No, it's crazy though. That's like you a basketball player, bro, and you scared to shoot. That's like being a firefighter and being scared of fires or something. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? You know, I don't get it.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Even like me, like in my younger years, I wasn't necessarily the best shooter coming up. Like I would have my spurts and stuff like that. But like when coaches told me to shoot the ball, like Ron, you're one of our better players. Shoot the ball. Like
broke ass jump shot.
I'm letting it go. Hey.
Letting that broke ass jump shot go.
Yeah,
it was a hard hat area.
And it made you broke plenty of times too. I bet you don't want to put no money down anymore.
Ron, all I'll say is this: if it doesn't work out for Ben Simmons, he can follow your path as far as with the suits or the wardrobes and the outfits that you do.
He for sure can do that, but
yeah, he a fashionista for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
No,
we can talk about
that fashion stuff as well as Ben Simmons. That's why I say he'll follow your path.
At the end of the day, he's gonna be too scared to get out there on the runway.
Man.
We're going to talk about the Dallas Mavericks today.
All right, y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna run through these super chats, and then we're gonna get into it. Angie Carr said they keep this up. Seattle Trailblazers might be a reality. The true heart of the Pacific Northwest. Right, Ron? Angie spitting today.
Wait, Ron.
Fact. Right, Ron. Straightway Elder Rufus, what's going on? He said Dame is not the piece to put a team over the top to win a chip. Salary hinders too much.
That's not
salary
ridiculous.
Could be an issue, but
that's not ridiculous.
Talent-wise, I think he is.
Angie Carr chiming in once again. She said Dame better off moving from Portland to compete. Would have an issue luring players to Seattle. NBA needs to stop playing. That's a fact. We need those Sonics back ASAP.
I'm with that.
I'm talking about like Rocky.
What's it gonna take though?
Just some meetings.
Yeah, I think they're currently in the process of making things happen. They just really have to get the Vegas stadium.
I'll just say Vegas, let's go. Yeah. Seattle, let's go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think they're talking about two more too.
Yeah, it's coming though eventually.
Probably St. Louis or something.
Yeah.
They were saying.
I think it was St. Louis. T.
They're getting real serious about Mexico City too. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
that'd be fire, bro.
Then the NFL gonna probably do Mexico City.
Yeah, they was talking when I was down there. They was talking about it.
Yo, I want the NFL to put a team in Europe, bro. They should put like 4 teams in Europe and have a division out there, bro.
That'd be dope. But
Europe only 6 hours was like 6 hours away.
That's a nasty flight for a California team, bro.
Yeah, but you wouldn't schedule them. You have 4 teams on the East, and you pretty much how many teams got on the East Coast line of America that you can schedule?
No, it can work.
No, I'm saying though, but you got to play. Every team got to play each other, though.
Yeah,
not football.
No, because in the division, you automatically got to play every team in your division twice.
Yeah.
So then outside of those games, you just make up for it with like you'll have NFL teams like the Jets, the Giants.
Stop that! Everybody plays everybody, bro.
Everybody
even in football,
everybody plays everybody every season.
Not every season, but they play everybody.
Yeah, but the thing on that plane, bro.
The thing about football is y'all play once a week, so it's not like basketball. Like you got to be right back to play somewhere else. I think it can work in football.
Right, that's the point. Yeah, even in football, everybody plays everybody. Whether you playing that year, the West, or whatever, you know what I'm saying. It doesn't not every year, and it's only once a week. So now you're talking about going to Europe and then playing 4 games out there and then coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. It makes it tough, but I take division though.
It would be harder to do something like that for basketball.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
All right, so like Tyson, what's the difference though? Guys is taking 6-hour flights cross country all year long, bro.
They really are.
And in the NFL, you take 1 flight out of the week. It's not like the NBA where you may be on a plane out of a 7-day week, you on a plane 4 times. It's only 1 flight. So I mean, I don't think it's unrealistic, especially the way the game is being moved, them overseas games that the NFL has, they be lit, bro. Like people are really showing up and showing out. I think
that's facts. I like the London games. I like the Mexico City games. It would be hard. I mean, it could be done. No, you're right. It could be done. I take my shit back. It could be done.
I think the main issue is if a team has to travel from like Cali all the way.
Yes,
that's
what I was saying. That's what the West Coast.
Yeah. That's the only thing. I think from the Northeast. I mean, not from the East side to Europe, bro. It's basically from going from Jersey to Cali.
No, facts. Right.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I done made that trip over to Europe plenty of times. It's not. I was just talking to my boy about it earlier. We was talking about going to Lithuania. Believe it or not, right before the show, he was asking me, "Bro, is it a long flight?" I'm like, "Nah." The hardest part of the flight is flying from here to the East Coast. How you was just saying. Other than that, bro, it's not that big of a deal. Hello, JD. It's really not that big of a deal. Keep in mind, you got all type of entertainment. You got movies, games, all type of stuff. On top of that, you're gonna sleep for a majority of the flight. On top of that, these dudes are professional athletes, so their plane ride is gonna be above and beyond. They're gonna be able to fully lounge out. They're gonna have the what's the things called, J-Rob, where it ices your whole legs. They're gonna have not
the Nortex, what's it called? Game ready.
Ready. They're gonna have the game readies. They're gonna have the electrotherapy. They're gonna have masseuses on there, bro. They're gonna be on there chilling.
Masseuses. Chill
out.
No. Watson says no. Watson's sweating right now hearing that masseuse word.
Oh man! All right, maybe not on their plane and probably not on Cleveland's plane, but everybody else is gonna be all right though.
Yeah, I think
Mexico City would be crazy too, though. Mexico City, insane, bro.
But I know they talking about that strong for basketball. I don't know about football, but I know basketball. They're saying that's damn near stamped already.
I think by the time we become like, well, y'all will be in like y'all 80s and shit, but like when me and Dub get to like our 60s, 50s, they're gonna be some overseas teams. You feel me? It's gonna be fire.
Yo, y'all want JD up here? Everybody spam the L host. I'll get him up here.
Yo, bring JD up here, bro. I haven't seen JD in a minute.
Spam L host.
Where JD been though?
JD, pull up.
There he
is. JD ain't been around because
damn, you a little freak.
JD no. JD's been potting with his Mavericks, bro.
You see him pour that water, bro?
Yeah, I was like,
bozos.
Hey, JD, somebody got to defend the Mavericks, bro. Somebody has to defend the Mavericks.
Did you already talk about it?
No, we were waiting for you.
We're waiting for you.
Is my audio crazy?
Nope.
Why is chat going nuts?
Chat is going nuts.
They said L audio lagging like crazy. It's me. Whatever.
Chat, who is it? You guys gotta let us know.
It's not you, J Daddy. You good?
J Daddy.
Yo, you know what? I'm off.
Wow.
Yo, you know what's
he get nasty. Come on.
J-Rob, in case you guys don't know, J-Rob about to actually move to Seattle. So it's gonna be me, Big Ox, JD, and J-Rob.
I cannot wait.
And we all supposed to be kicking it. But if you all in fam, J Daddy, I don't know if I can participate.
Hey, you have to call me that in public.
Yeah, I cannot wait to rub Big Ox's shoulders, bro.
That's fine.
Yo.
Taking out the gate.
Oh, I forgot that I could do stuff like this. Okay. It's been a minute. Have you guys already talked about the Mavericks?
No, like I said, bro.
We actually have not. No, we have not.
We heard a lot of lies about Damian Lillard.
Beautiful.
You was telling them. It was out your mouth.
I don't lie. I'm a godly man, man.
Dub, your new mic sounds elite.
I sound sexy, right?
Yes.
What's going on, man?
Hey, you sound like one of those.
Crazy right now, bro.
When I didn't realize.
You sound like one of those late night radio hosts.
Yeah, bro, you know what's so crazy, right? So I always knew there was a big difference between like my real voice and like this microphone voice. But I guess I got so used to it where people actually heard me on the microphone. They're like, yo, like, who the hell is this guy? I'm like, it's me. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Right.
This how you be talking on your late night rendezvous?
100%.
You grab that mic right there, connect it to your phone, to your FaceTime audio.
No, not the microphone. This is all natural, baby. This is all natural, man.
You sound like you on 101.1 on the late night.
Hey, man. Late night phone calls. Those late night phone calls be elite, man. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Hey, guy. So I've been getting so many DMs. Like, I never thought anyone would DM me if I just disappeared into the background. And everyone's been DMing me like, are you okay? Where are you? Why haven't you been on the show? I am 100% fine. I wish that you guys could understand all the shit that goes on behind the scenes so I could so you could comprehend what I'm like working on and working so that all this could happen. It's just way too much to do all these things at once and like keep my mental. So that's why I am not on Player's Choice all the time, but I will probably start pulling up for the playoffs, especially if the Mavs make the playoffs, so that I could talk a whole lot of shit.
James Pat Riley, he stopped coaching on the show and he stepped up into the front office.
You know, JD, I hope y'all get the 6th seed, JD.
You know what's actually more hilarious about
that
this
being
whole
against
thing?
the Kings?
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought that the Cleveland Cavaliers would be a better basketball team this year than the Dallas Mavericks? Ain't that
me?
I did too. No, Bob, I did too. Bob, I did too. I did too, Bob. JD just thought it was so far fetched, though. It was so far fetched.
Well, Dallas was actually a really good team before they made the trade. The thing is, they got rid. People like this is what gets me mad about people is like they're so stupid. They're trying to put all this limelight on Luka and Kyrie and everything. But you guys are out the win.
They don't have
their
defense.
Bro, they're losing. Their defense sucks.
Yeah, they don't have a
And
defense.
Jason Kidd sucks.
That's the only. The defense is ass.
Yeah, I just think they can't stop anybody.
I
just think they can't stop anybody.
Can we talk about the Jason Kidd narrative? Because last season in the playoffs, leading into the playoffs and the playoffs, everyone was, I won't
Bigging him
say
up.
it. Yes. It was like Jason Kidd is the GOAT. I was saying it too. The way that he was, it's just everywhere. He was getting all the praise, all the glory because what the Mavericks were doing. And it looked like he was doing great as a coach. Now, because they can't figure it out on the court and the post-game interviews are not helping. So I feel like that's probably where it's coming
Not
from.
at all.
That's
Bro,
probably
why
where
is
it's
he-
coming
why
from.
is he still
But now
fed
everyone's
up,
like, oh,
JD?
Jason Kidd's the worst coach. This guy sucks. Get him out of here. There's Mavs fans on Twitter saying, get him out of here. I'm like, bro, what happened? Nothing changed. Nothing changed from last year to this year in terms of coaching. I guess they're pissed off about the rotations. I understand that. But I just don't see what changed so drastically that he goes from he should get coach of the year to this guy's the worst coach in the NBA.
It's winning. It's winning bias, bro.
Oh, no,
it is what
yeah.
it is.
It's not
Like I
winning
said,
bias.
I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't high on
100%
Kidd
winning
last
bias.
year. I was not high on Kidd
I
last year.
promise y'all, if the Mavs was a top 3, top 4 seed right now, they did, and Jason Kidd coached the same exact way, y'all would not be talking like this.
That
That is true. But I will say this though: your fans are not. Your fans aren't a good gauge to you. You shouldn't use your fans as a gauge to how good your organization is running.
Right.
Fans, for the most part, just be so emotional they don't think at all about what's going on.
True.
So
I thought the trade was bad from the jump. Crunch came on here caping for Kyrie. Kyrie's a good player, but to me, you got the same two type of players, non-defensive. The defense is trash. They both need the ball. Then neither one of them are coming off screens and doing those type of things. So they both need the ball to be successful. I just thought it was a bad trade. It was never a good trade to me.
But
They're
this
trying
is
to
why I
put
say
Kyrie
the Mavericks are not. This is why I keep telling y'all, bro. Like, oh my God. I guess I'll say this again. I say this every time when we talk about Mavericks. The Mavericks made this move to contend for future years. They made this move to sit here and be like, Luka, we're getting you some help. Hopefully they could get Kyrie locked in the offseason. We'll see about that. But that's the main reason why they got Kyrie Irving and got rid of Dorian Finney-Smith. They knew this defense was going to be bad with Christian Wood and them guys. They knew it wasn't going to be well, and it is what it is. We are preparing for the future. And the free agency, they could get a bunch of defenders that they could load up next to Luka and Kyrie. And the offense,
even still, I don't like them. I don't like the offense per se with those two same type players together, and they're both non-defensive
You hate
players.
the Celtics, so you hate the Celtics.
No, the key thing is that team is a great defensive team, and those guys are good defenders.
You said the offense and then added the defense thing later. So
No.
are you going to retract offensively? Do you hate the Boston Celtics?
Cook him, Jay.
No, I don't hate the ball. I don't. No,
Hey, JD,
I don't.
he back cooking.
No. I don't hate the Boston Celtics because those guys are defensive players, so they can afford to, you know what I'm saying, not have that same offensive potency. These guys are, you know what I'm saying, so they make up for what they're lacking per se offensively on the defensive end. That's why.
This is all basing that they get Kyrie this summer, which is not a guarantee.
Right.
The most volatile player in the entire NBA. He could go wherever he wants.
Watch him stay. Watch him stay, bro.
I don't think he's staying, bro.
They gonna give him a bag.
I'm sure what's going on over the past couple games doesn't help. It doesn't.
Hey, bro! I'm telling y'all, they
It's
gonna
not
get
Dallas, then where?
This is what you got. This is the pitch you got to hit. Kyrie
Seems like
with,
you
right?
might want a bat, man.
Right, listen, Kyrie. Block the noise, block everything. We make this move because we want to commit to you for the long term, bro. Even though this season where it isn't where we wanted it to be at, we know what's the reason why. It's not because of you, it's not because of Luka, it's not because of the offense, it's because of our defense. And look who's available for free agency. We could get a Jeremy Grant, we could get a Brook, we could possibly get a Chris. We could get all these guys to surround you guys around. Listen, babe, just chill out for a second, stay the course. I know the ship right now is we're in a storm right now. Once we get through the storm, bro, we're gonna hit the promised land, man.
I still disagree because your point of attack defense is never going to be good with those two players in the backcourt.
Huh?
Your point of attack defense is never going to be good with those two guys in the backcourt.
Hey, listen, I seen LeBron and Kyrie win a chip together, bro.
LeBron is a good defender.
He's not a point of attack defender.
What?
But he's a way better defender than Luka.
No. He said point of attack defender. They could find a point of attack defender. LeBron wasn't a point of attack defender.
Who else they have?
I disagree with that to a certain extent.
Over there playing D.
They had Chumper and JR.
That's what it was.
Right.
They had Iman.
They had Iman. Those were the point of attack defenders.
Right.
They could surround them around guys like that. Reggie Bullock don't play either.
You are knucking futs if you think that Luka and Kyrie would not be good for you would be singing a completely different song if they actually had defensive pieces around them so that you wouldn't even be thinking about that because you'd be seeing them light it up and you'd be like, this is the best backcourt, which they are the best backcourt in the NBA. You just can't tell because they're not winning games.
Me personally, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I just disagree. I prefer a foil type tandem when players complement each other more than necessarily two players that do the exact same thing and are ball dominant. Now, can it be successful? Yes.
Celtics too.
Huh?
I hate the
Boston Can it be successful? Yes. Can it be successful to a certain degree? And like I said, those guys are good defenders as well. You're talking about putting defensive pieces around them, but those guys are the good defenders. Your two best players are good defenders. So to me, I that's me personally. You can disagree, and that's fine, but I just don't think it's a good matchup. Me personally.
JD, real quick. So I know you're busy with all the player choice stuff. Do you still watch a lot of the Mavericks games?
He plays off really well.
I haven't watched basketball. Last Mavericks game I watched was oh my god, like a week ago.
Okay, let me just ask everyone around: is there any concern about their clutch time performance and how abysmal it's been? And do you think it's just going to get fixed over time between Luka and Kyrie? Because at their crunch time, they look terrible.
Terrible.
They
offensively.
Horribly clutch. Is there any concern? Is that not a worry, or we just think it's going to get put off? Jason Kidd's going to fix it?
Tegan, I'm concerned with everything. I'm concerned with every aspect of their basketball abilities. They got. I mean, bro, where are they good at?
Scoring.
That's about it. But other than that, what else?
What in the clutch? And are they good at scoring in the clutch? Even though, because the thing is, Kyrie is great at scoring in the clutch, but then it's like Luka was my team. He's supposed to have the ball in the clutch. Who's supposed to have the ball? Who's supposed to take the last shot? They got to work that out. If they can work that out, okay, they're solid offensively. But other than that,
that's what
I don't know where they're good.
Was that I feel like they were still trying to figure out, because I did watch a couple games where at the end of the game they didn't know who should defer, who should take the shot, whatever. And it was like they were trying to get each other open too much instead of just like one of us just take over. that just comes with time and understanding each other and like figuring out. I know that you're good in this spot, blah blah blah, whatever. It's chemistry issue at that point. I'm not concerned about the future. I will lay down and surrender this season. Like it's whatever. We don't make the playoffs. Whatever. It's like we've just been so abysmal. It doesn't matter if we make the playoffs at this point. We're not going to win the finals. Like you could tell just watching them, they're not going to win the final. The Bucks are still going to win the finals. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be out in the first round. You guys are hilarious.
JD, don't do this.
JD, don't do this. They are gone in the first round. Even if they're not gone in the first round,
why do the Cavs have to catch a straight though? Why do they have to catch a
round 2?
So JD,
the Cavs are going to lose to the Nets.
I'm just pushing all my agendas before I hop off this.
I'm just the Knicks. JD, the Cavs lose to the Knicks in the first round.
If they see each other in the first round, which they're slated to play in the first round right now, if nothing changes, and they're gone. Knicks are bouncing.
I'm rooting for the Knicks if that's the case.
I'm just confused a bit.
Like,
people forget Kyrie played with LeBron, and Kyrie did play some time with James Harden, and he played fine.
Dub, no one's gonna understand. Everyone's gonna be changing the tune next season when they are the best backcourt in the NBA and they put defensive pieces around them.
Bro. They need defense.
Because you guys were saying the same shit last year. Look, it's a traffic cone, and their defense last year was good. Didn't matter if Luka Doncic individually was. That's fine. I'm not gonna say he's a good defender. He's not a good defender. But if you can plan a defensive scheme to hide your lack of defense in individual players and play team you could play team defense, bro. You just have to understand rotations and whatnot.
You're talking about two bad defenders, though. We're not talking about one.
I don't give a shit if
Kyrie's not
horrible. Kyrie's not
a horrible.
It's a little overboard.
No, he gives effort, but he just lacking the tools. You know what I'm saying?
He's lacking in the height department.
He's like average, bro. He's average.
Kyrie,
he's average. I don't see it, but okay. Hey, only time will tell, bro. But I'm not a fan of it.
Kyrie and Harden are the same level defender.
Sorry, JD. I'm a fan of yours, though, bro.
Hey, if Brooke and Jeremy Grant go to the Mavs championship,
what's the cap space looking like for the Mavs?
I think they have room.
They have room because Christian Wood's not going to be there. They'll sign Kyrie and Brook Lopez. You're going to have to pay him a lot of money. I don't think the Bucks will be able to keep him because of the DPOY and him being a candidate. But we'll see how that works around. And I think Brook's going to test the market. I'm not even going to hold you. This is the highest value he's ever going to have. So
I know he used to play for the Mavs, but Harrison Barnes wouldn't be a bad fit with that team. I ain't gonna lie.
No. They don't need no.
Before we go too deep into a rabbit hole, I'm about to cut out. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, PC community. Love y'all up here. I just wanted to come through, talk some shit about the Mavs. No, you got it. Brother. Just
it's good. I got it.
Okay. No, but seriously, everyone who DM'd me, checking in on me, I appreciate y'all. I'm doing immaculate, actually, chat. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for just tuning into everything, players' choice, whatever. All right, y'all. You enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, JD.
Hey.
Even more back onto the to the Mavericks stuff. All right, wait, hold on, Tegan. First, we'll hang on to Harrison Barnes, bro. We'll keep Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison will be. They don't need. You tell them that's when
I'm just going through. I'm going through the list on my other screen of all the free agency guys that are going to be available, and like you looking at maybe a Jay Crowder would fit really well in that team.
Oh yeah, they got a lot. There's a lot of people next year they could sign, bro. There's a lot.
Bruce Brown,
maybe a Bobby Portis. Is Bobby Portis' contract up, or is he re-signed? I thought he re-signed after the championship.
I'm doing the non-restricted free agents and like usually the UFAs, and I mean if you get even a Torrey Craig wouldn't be about. I know I'm going deep in the rabbit hole, but like these are the guys that we're gonna have to talk about. If the Mavs want to actually elevate their defense.
Let me ask you a question. Is this crazy? Like, what if you get like a Hassan Whiteside as your center?
No, man.
No.
I don't know.
Dude,
you need something.
And
You need something, bro.
Barbecue chicken every single possession. Stop.
Do you think they should? Do you think they should play? Do you think they should give McGee more minutes? JaVale McGee, just because
I think McGee
pick and roll, the lob threat. You know,
if they make the playoffs, McGee has some value. He could have some value in the 7-game series.
Hey, Draymond Green's up next
Jakob Poeltl, maybe.
Jakob's a statue on the perimeter. I think they need an athletic big that can at least not be completely abysmal on the perimeter.
Well, they got Maxi Kleber.
Is Kleber a rim protector at all?
Maybe inquire about
but you gotta
Walker
sign.
Kessler.
That's why you sign like a Brook or something like that.
Jeremy Grant's a really good fit, though. I just don't know anything about Jeremy Grant's defensive level. I mean, I know the Trailblazers are abysmal.
He's a good defender. He's versatile.
Miles resigned, huh?
Miles who?
Turner.
Oh, did he resign?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, is he coming up? He should be coming up.
I don't see it.
That would help. That would help.
What team is going to want Christian Wood? To be honest, I don't know what team is going to want him, man. I'm low on Christian Wood, bro. I know I'm a Rockets fan, but I'm low on Christian Wood.
You got to have some good defense, to hide his lack of defense and just let him be an offensive threat. But he's not. His lack of defense will kill a lot of teams at that position.
Yeah, I know Miles Turner's always in trade targets, but he'd be the perfect center for that Dallas Mavericks team.
Yeah, that'll be a good fit.
Would be the
thing with them too, Tegan, I think that they want to package him with Buddy too. I don't think they just want to get off of him. I think they want to package Buddy in there too. So bring a Buddy shooting down there with Miles Turner defense. But I like that for the Mavericks.
I'm not gonna push the narrative yet, but Buddy Hield's one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. I'm not gonna push that narrative just yet. But
what the hell? Oh my god,
Buddy Hield is one of the best 3-point shooters of all time.
How is Taj Gibson in the league, but Melo not, man? That's what I want to talk about. I was watching him play last night.
We're not gonna talk about Melo and Kristaps again.
That was the stupidest shit I've heard, bro.
Who's y'all MVP?
And Miles Turner is not a free agent next season. Jokic though.
Giannis. I pivoted, man. I was up here saying Jokic.
Winning bias is really a drug, bro. Winning bias is really a drug, bro. I can't believe this.
It's a conversation with all three, man. Like, I'm not mad if any of the three wins. But
I'm leaning
I got
towards
a narrative
Embiid.
to
Not
push
that
with
I don't
Giannis,
mind
though.
Jokic winning it, but with Embiid, like I would have loved to see him play in that game against Denver the other night. Unfortunately,
that would have been a really huge game.
Yeah,
Like
that would have been huge though, because maybe we could finally put this MVP rest to bed. If Embiid had another great performance and if he won, okay, you can make a case for him. But if Jokic outperformed Embiid, you can make an argument.
PSP, did Embiid duck it? PSP or what?
I think so, but I understand,
especially after the comments
they want to make sure he's healthy for the playoffs.
Could I also say one thing about the MVP real quick? It's a small thing, but they used to do it with the NBA. Give out the MVP before the playoffs, not after.
Right.
I wish they did what they did back in the 80s and 90s, where they gave out the MVP before the playoffs happened, and then you had to go defend your MVP during your playoff run instead of doing this whole live show with Drake and all these commentators after the finals already happened.
You mean like the NBA honors or awards and stuff?
Yeah, I want that before the playoffs, because I remember Hakeem, he didn't get his MVP. David Robinson got it, and he went and busted David Robinson
to beat him in the conference finals.
That's a fact, team. They should definitely.
They need to go back. It's a small thing, but I think they need to go back to that, man.
I agree. I don't understand how I heard.
And then well, go ahead.
No, I hear more MVP chants for Giannis this season than I heard for Giannis last season all across the board. And that doesn't make sense to me.
That's shocking to me.
Because, and it doesn't make sense to me because Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, let's be real. He's averaging 2 more points. He's averaging like not even 2. It's really just 1.2 points than he did last season. And then he's doing it on worse like shooting splits all across the board. And then, so in my head, it's like, how are y'all going to chant Giannis for MVP when Jokic got the MVP last season and y'all weren't chanting for Giannis, and Jokic is having a better season than he did last season, And Embiid's possibly having a better season than what he did last season. And y'all both had him over Giannis, but this season, all of a sudden, Giannis is an MVP for a lot of these guys. I don't get that way of thinking. It has to be winning.
I mean,
bias.
to be fair, Dub, I had
Giannis
Giannis
is the
probably
face of
like
the
2
NBA,
on my
seems like.
MVP last year, if not 1. I was pushing for Giannis to win MVP last year.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'm just saying consistent, and it's like it ain't crazy to say Giannis is an MVP this year. I just don't think he has the campaign or like the narrative behind it that most MVP candidates have.
The only case he has is that his team isn't first. That's it. If his team was in third, I guarantee you nobody.
But also, I mean, he didn't have Middleton for a good chunk of the year. I mean, there's other things that go into it. You have other things that go into it for Giannis. It's not just his team is first and he's the best player on the first team. Like you got like the team around him has swapped out lineups a ton, and I think also not saying I agree with it.
They've been winning games without Giannis too.
I know.
They're still playing at a high level.
And the Grizzlies have won games without Ja too.
And nobody's calling Ja MVP candidate.
I know, but like I'm saying, I don't like that argument. Is like if you take this player off and they're just still there, it's a good team. There's a reason why they're the first place, but they wouldn't be where they are without Giannis. Like I'm saying,
that's fine. But my whole point is the only argument that Giannis has to be like an MVP is just because his team is the number 1 seed. And that's it.
That's
so
what you think.
So a good player?
Or
What do you mean?
Seed, no discussion for the
Is it not impressive that they're the number 1 seed?
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you mean? He's the best
though?
player on that team.
I just think that Jokic and I think Jokic
He's not
and
a bench player. What are we doing?
I just think that Jokic and Embiid just had a better season than him.
Dub, there's no such thing as winning bias, bro.
It is winning bias because if he was a 3rd or 4th seed, y'all wouldn't care. Y'all wouldn't even say
But
that.
they're not. But they're not.
And
yeah, I don't like
that. And that's the point. And
But
so Steve Nash would have won MVPs if they were the 3rd and 4th seed.
I don't think he should have won MVP. I think Kobe should have won those.
Okay. Well, that's not. That's where you're thinking is flawed.
But that's
guys.
My whole point is the record is really influencing a lot of people's opinion for him being an MVP.
As it should.
Nah, I don't agree with that. But it's just funny to me that people who say
so it should have nothing to do with record.
Nah, Todd, that's your opinion. You stand.
No, I'm asking you a question.
Me?
It has nothing to do with record.
Man, I look at. I guess if you're.
W, do you think there's like what's the lowest seed you think, Dub? What's the lowest seed you think you be?
The lowest seed is like a 6 or a 5 seed.
I think that's Russ won as a 6 seed.
But even then, there's some outliers.
Even though Harden,
but that was the outlier. That was an outlier because he had a historic season. You know what I'm saying? His season was historic in the fact that he had, had a triple double, and it hadn't been done since, Big O, all other things.
And
so that was an outlier season. But if you're valuable to a team, then it has to be winning involved. Because if you're not winning, there's no value.
If you're
the most valuable player, it's not the best player.
If you're the most valuable player to your team.
What's that?
I don't know. Every scenario is different, right? So I'll walk through.
You can't be a sorry team and have value.
This will help you understand. LeBron James in 2018, right? I think he should have had it over Harden because the Cleveland Cavaliers would have been poverty without him. So even though 2018 Harden had an amazing showing, I think LeBron was just clearly more impactful. But then the next season, I think James Harden should have won in 2019 because I think that unit being the position what they were was mainly predicated because of him and his play style, what he was doing, dropping 35 a game. I think in 2015, Harden should have won in 2015 as well because they lost Dwight Howard after he played like 41 or 42 games, and they were still able to be a top 3 seed. To me,
that's winning bias. That's winning bias.
What?
The fact that they were still a top 3 seed is winning bias.
But they didn't fall off, and James Harden was performing.
But it don't matter because who won? You're basing it off them being in the top 3 seed.
All right, but then also him having 27 points a game, him averaging more assists than Stephen
So
Curry,
if they were a 6 seed and he did that, if it was a 6 seed and they did that, would he still be the MVP?
Possibly, I think it was.
Stop the cap.
All right, fellas. You don't know how much I don't like Curry.
Bob, you asked me a question. Do I think Embiid cost it by sitting out?
No, I asked you if he cost. I just asked you if you thought he ducked it. You answered that. I just wanted to see if you thought he ducked it, not rather if it hurt, But I mean, you can.
I would love to see him play though. I mean, had he played in that game, I mean, we could have like a really good conversation. Okay, the only reason why I lean towards Embiid, I wouldn't have no problem if Jokic won it, but because in the month of March, the Nuggets were kind of struggling, and Embiid and the Sixers were rolling. He had 9 consecutive games of 30 or more points.
Okay.
So that's why one of the reasons why Embiid, and of course and the other reason why people say Embiid, I think they're gonna give it to him because of narrative, because they're gonna finally feel like it's his year because of what happened last year and the year before that. I think so. That's why.
Okay, I got you.
In 2015, them being in that position is only because of Harden, though. That's the separator. Right now,
you can say that about a lot of the best players. That's why the best players are best players, and that's why they get max contracts.
That's not true. That's not true. Giannis right now, they're in this position not only because of Giannis. I've heard so many talks. Oh yeah, the Bucks are so much better.
They were only in that position because of Harden.
Yes, in 2015, yes, 100%.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah,
you agree that they only and Giannis. So you saying the Bucks will be the number 1 seed without Giannis?
I don't think so, Tyson. But I do think that James Harden was more important to that Houston team than Giannis is to this Milwaukee team.
Okay, well that's a fair argument for MVP if that's the way you feel. I'm not disputing that, and that's to me should be the criteria. So if you're basing it off of that, but then Dub said he is winning bias, but then he said they kept him to a 3rd seed.
But
you know what I'm saying?
The reason why I said a 3rd seed because James Harden in that unit was the sole reason and more valuable.
Okay.
I mean, you interrupted me as I was talking. So
no, I didn't.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You said that's winning bias. So James Harden being the sole reason why that team was in that position is because he's more valuable than a Stephen Curry in that, for example, or Giannis this season. I go strictly off of how important you are to your unit.
Well, I'll say
your numbers go into it too.
That Rockets team was not a finals contender, like a real contender versus the Bucks. Who
it's amazing to me how they got to the conference final. No,
well they won a 3-1 lead against the Clippers because Josh Smith decided to be a 3-point shooter for once in his career.
But Tyson, even though I did like how I said that I think James Harden was more important to that team than Giannis to that team. That doesn't necessarily mean I think he's a more valuable player because that could just be that he has a better team. But just because I have better teammates doesn't mean I'm less valuable than another guy that has a lesser team. So
I agree with that.
Go off of
right,
that, you know?
Right. I think he's underselling how team that good is with Giannis on the floor. Yes, they're still viable as a playoff team, maybe as a play-in, as a 6 seed, maybe without Giannis. But to have them at the number 1 with Middleton out and with all these lineup changes, to me is big. So I count that as value. So to me, I feel like he's the MVP. If Doug, sees Giannis or whatever, but I think he's discounting Jokic, but I think he's discounting Giannis for not for a good reason to me.
That's
it was more, my bad. It was more than just that. I'm also discounting him for number 1, him not having good shooting splits all across the board.
Right.
And then when I compare him to like Embiid, when I compare him to Jokic, I think they're both more valuable to their team than Giannis. On top of that, just what they've been doing production wise, because since MVP is a production based award, like in my opinion, I value the production and what you do, your numbers and everything. I'm gonna include
regular
that.
Season award.
Yeah, regular season award. So like,
I agree.
Embiid,
and it's not stats.
Embiid, it's not just stats, but I'm talking about more than just stats right now.
Yeah.
So Embiid and Jokic being more valuable, on top of being more valuable, having better scoring performances for Embiid.
Do you think Jokic's defense hurts his team? Real quick, Doug?
Yeah, it does, but I think the offense that he provides, along with the rebound,
I don't think he's as bad as a defender. People give him credit for it. Like Ticket always says, he plays like no defense.
Who?
I don't think he plays defense. I think he tries on defense. I think he's just slow of foot, and people take advantage of that. So I don't think but I think he tries to a certain degree. I think he tries harder than the boy in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I think he tries harder than him. But at the same time, he is a liability to me on defense, whereas Giannis and Embiid are not. So to me, and their teams are in great positions because of those players. So for me, in my opinion, if I was voting, which I'm not, it's a 2-man race between Embiid and Giannis this year.
Would you be surprised if it ended in a tie, though?
But Jokic's been a first seed the whole season, though.
I think it's a fair argument for all three. All
Jokic's
three
been
have
a first.
really good
Wait,
arguments.
since you value winning, Jokic's been a first seed the whole season though.
Right.
Hey, when's the last time there's been a co-MVP?
So since he's a first seed, that should put him above. Like
I'm gonna be pissed if we get a co-MVP. I'm gonna be.
When's the last time?
That's why I was gonna ask you. Would you be surprised co-MVP this year?
Nothing Adam Silver does surprises.
I don't give a damn about no co-MVP. That's so stupid.
There's never been a co-MVP. Okay, I ain't think
there has.
I mean,
been,
if we're not gonna do like
right?
the first team and have multiple like centers and crap like that for the like all NBA teams, then we don't do co-MVPs. Like,
hey, chat. If y'all know when's the last co-MVP, y'all let us know. Who's the last co-MVP if there's been one?
There was a co-something. What was a co-something? There was a co-something.
Co-rookie of the year, maybe.
Co-rookie of the year. I think
Who was
it was
that?
co-rookie of the year.
I think Nigel got it, man. I can't remember which one it was.
All right, well, look, fellas, let's move on from this real quick. I mean, you know, we always touch on the MVP, but that was definitely a good back and forth. Let's get to some of these super chats. Okay. So Jeremiah Smith tapped in and said, Tyson, was two-way Clay better than Steph?
No. I think he's a big part of that team's success, but I don't think he's better than Steph. No.
But if the defense cleared and the scoring was,
don't do that.
What's that?
Don't bait for it. You're taking the bait, dog. Taking the bait, dog.
Because I asked that question before, but he didn't hear it. But if the defense cleared Stephen Curry and then the scoring wasn't that far off, I mean, why not?
Are you comparing what Stephen Curry provides to what Damian Lillard provides to their organizations?
No, I'm comparing what Dame provides for Jaylen Brown and then what Steph provides for Clay.
What?
I'm comparing Damian Lillard and what he provides for Jaylen Brown in that scenario.
Well, the difference is that Steph clears Damian Lillard by a lot.
How?
How?
I'm asking you how.
In that offense per se, and I would say in that offense that is predicated on what Stephen Curry does for their success, and they have success at the ultimate heights. That's what makes Stephen Curry the best player for that team. I don't think Damian Lillard provides that level of success. Obviously, he doesn't. And the offense, the way it's ran, is him more just being a one-on-one type of player. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, his playmaking is not to the level as far as gravity than what Stephen Curry's is, in my opinion.
But it's not that it has to be to Stephen Curry's level. It's just better than Jaylen Brown, though.
Right. Okay, let's move on.
What? No. I'm saying Stephen Curry and what he does for that offense makes it far more important than what Klay Thompson does as a two-way. I don't think Damian Lillard and what he will do for offense is as much as Stephen Curry. So that's where we differ. Or differ, I should say.
PSP, don't engage in this PSP.
We're gonna get to the other super chats.
Y'all crazy, bro. Christopher D tapped in and said, "So Tyson, since John Stockton,
y'all coming for me today?
Yeah.
Since
John, we got you. It's a sports channel, bro.
Right.
Player, could he have led that Showtime team better than Magic? What do you think, Tyson?
John Stockton was a good two-way player. I think John Stockton's issue was his team and his scoring. And so if you put him on the Showtime Lakers, would they be good? And
not better.
No, I don't. I mean, they would be good, but I don't think they would be to the level of what Magic brought. No.
Do you think they would have won a championship?
Stockton is a perennial underperformer in the
What's
playoffs.
that?
Do you think they would have won a championship?
Oh, that's a tough question. They may have won a championship. Yes, I think they may have won a championship.
Yeah, I think they would have won. They wouldn't have won 5.
Right. I don't think they would have won 5, but yes, I think they would have won a championship.
But by the two-way threat ability, along with the passing, I mean, John Stockton, bro. I mean, he's moving me, man. He's moving me.
Angie Carr tapped in and said, "Your cousin Ron flexing like Chilltown."
Hey.
Listen, I love Ron, but when it comes to his assessments on Russ, I mean, he still makes the argument Russ over CP. I don't get it.
We got to catch.
Don't get him started on Halliburton though.
They trying to come for me, but low key, the Lakers might have been great with John Stockton, bro. Y'all don't, it's a hypothetical, but they might have been
great with a lot of people. They would have been
great. Right. So they trying to come for me, but Stockton might have carried that team to multiple championships. Not carried. I shouldn't say carried. I said they could have won multiple championships with John Stockton.
For the position that he played and his, with the teammates around him and everything we had to do. I'm not saying he would have been the best player on the team, but carried is a fair assessment, even though that doesn't mean that, Kareem, Worthy, all those cats wasn't doing their thing.
Right.
They could have made finals. I think they lose a lot more finals than they win. They could have made.
That's fair. I mean, it's a hypothetical, but I mean, it's no argument I can make to say otherwise. So
because I think of that finals when they had to have Magic as a rookie play center. And I'm like, they ain't winning that finals.
Hey, Magic got hurt. Magic got hurt a lot, which led to their failure. So I mean,
John Stockton was an Iron Man.
John Stockton will get hurt, so you feel me?
He was an underperformer in the playoffs.
You know what? Now that you put it that way, Dub, I'm not mad at that. I could see John Stockton and them still getting the same 5.
It's easy to get off. It's easy to get off when you pushing the pace.
That's all right.
Like Kareem and James Worthy and all them boys and Jamal Wilkes. It's easy to push the pace and then get off like that.
And that's what I'm saying.
John's a better shooter. John's a better shooter.
Hey, so now now that the way you breaking it down, Dub, I'm not mad at that. They might have won 6.
They might have won.
They might have won 6.
And
it's a hypothetical.
Was Magic Johnson locking anybody up like John Stockton?
Right.
They
were trying to come for me, but low key they cooked themselves a little bit because John Stockton might have got off.
Hey, you know what, Tyson? What they just did was open up my eyes.
Right.
They just opened up my eyes trying to kill you.
So Chris Paul the same too then.
Chris Paul's not John Stockton.
Yeah, move on.
What are we doing? Chris Paul's better than John Stockton. Clear.
Ron on drugs. Dame is a better playmaker.
He's not Iron Man.
Ron on drugs. Dame is a better playmaker than Hallie.
Huh? I think Dame is a better playmaker.
It's a conversation, but yeah, I have a big name.
It's debatable.
But the way Ron talks about it, it clears. It's Halliburton. If you ask Ron, he said it'll clear.
He's talking about the 10 assists. I know Ron. It's the 10 assists.
Ron calls Halliburton a top 5 point guard.
Yeah. And Dub, just for the record, I said Ben Simmons is a better passer, not playmaker than Damian Lillard. I just want to get that.
I know. I was fucking around there. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Desto came back with another one. Said Ron, assists are not equal to great playmaking. Dame is top 10.
I don't know if out of those 10 guys, there's anybody that I'd put Dame in. Like, I think Dame's top 15, but top 10. A lot of those guys are way better, like playmakers and
top. And you even mentioned Josh Giddey, and that was the player that came off my mind. I think Josh Giddey, as far as a passer distributor, is better than Dame.
That's a good word, distributor. That's a good word, distributor.
That's the better word.
Yeah, that's the better word. He's a better distributor.
Yeah. But playmaking is Dame.
Talking about basketball, you can one word can make the biggest difference in every conversation.
Right. Distributor. Playmaking, I would take Dame because that involves creating shots for yourself, and I don't think Giddey is anywhere close in that range.
The way you're underselling his ability to create shots for others is crazy to me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
I don't think he's a good shot creator for his teammates.
PSP, I wonder where Shay's and all that. If we're talking about playmaking,
I don't get that.
No, when you talk, I'm talking elite. Like I said, he's good, but he's not elite.
He top 10, man. We'll have to.
I disagree, but go ahead.
Christopher D came with another one. Said running an offense doesn't make you an elite playmaker. So why would I consider John Stockton an elite playmaker when that's majority of his assists?
That's what you said. That's what you said, Bobby. I'm telling you.
That's fine. That's fine. But my thing is, y'all don't got to consider.
I agree with that.
Playmaker.
I'm saying it. My point is, it's value in what John Stockton does. If you don't want to call him a great playmaker, that's fine with me. I'm not going to hold you to that fire. But that doesn't lessen what John Stockton was as a player to me.
Right. What's up, Tegan?
So I just want to clarify because at the top of the show I said like what I thought was a good playmaking was making the right read in an offense. That doesn't mean it has to end in a pass. It could also mean driving and taking a layup. I think James Harden is probably a top 3 playmaker of all time just because of his time in Houston.
James Harden?
I would say if that James Harden. So you're saying James Harden's a top 10 because he was getting to the free throw line for getting blown, blown on?
He had to make a decision in Houston. He had to make a decision every single time, whether to pass it, drive, or to step back and make a bucket.
Tegan, I respectfully disagree.
Top 3? Oh my
God. Yeah, that's a lot. I'll say I agree with all he's saying, what he's saying, except maybe top 3.
CP3 a better playmaker than James Harden.
Angie Carr, we finally caught up with some of your super chats. Appreciate you. Top 5 top 5 playmakers. Dotline. Take that. I don't know if y'all know about that. Y'all remember Making the Band?
Oh yeah.
Pass my time, man. Pass my time.
You never saw Making the Band?
Remember what? See, y'all never seen Diddy make them cats walk to Brooklyn for cheesecake?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Wow. That was a crazy show. That show was funny.
Hey, Ness and Chopper though, they used to go.
Yeah.
I still remember the Chappelle skit.
Oh yeah,
facts. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
That was wild.
How old are you, P?
Like that.
P, how old are you?
Me, I'm 29. I'll be 30 in October.
Oh, okay, yeah, you okay?
October what?
October 12th.
Libras. I'm October 12th too, bro.
Yo, facts.
Oh, that's crazy.
Am I the youngest? Am I the youngest here?
How old are you?
Tegan, how old are you?
21.
Oh yeah, you young boy.
Young whippersnapper.
You're a young boy for real. Dang, that's some New York shit I just said. That's funny as hell.
Christopher D. Bobby, I quoted you. You said it best, and I'm proud of you. Just apply that logic to John Stockton. Much love, broski. Appreciate you, Christopher D. Let me catch that one.
I'm willing to push the Harden as the top 3 offensive player of all time narrative soon too.
No. You're gonna have to do that some other time. not on this show. That stuff. Dub and J-Rob cooking 2v6. Y'all was holding y'all own, Dub. I can't lie. I think y'all was getting torched, but you know what I'm saying?
Man, zip them up, man. Zip them up. Them boys got zipped.
I don't get cooked. I get gaslit, man.
My thing is
the chat's against you, Dub.
Y'all didn't run, Dub. Y'all stood back to back, and y'all got down.
But then he
got knocked out, but y'all kept it.
Yeah, and then J-Rob just left me hanging. It's crazy. It's an evil world we live in, man.
Abby?
Ron, passing the ball and ball handling go together.
Yes, it does.
That's not true.
It doesn't go hand in hand for every situation.
At all.
It can. It can. Okay.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah, you're talking about people that were great ball handlers that were also good passers. That does
Is
not
Jokic a great ball handler?
I don't know. But
he's not a good ball handler.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't necessarily go hand in hand. Like Kyrie's a great ball handler, but I wouldn't say he's an elite ball handler, but I wouldn't put him as an elite passer.
Ardova,
so it don't go hand in hand.
Passer, but he wasn't a great ball handler.
I do think that being a good ball handler, controlling the rock, obviously not getting the ball stolen from you, it helps you be a good passer.
Right.
But you don't need to be an elite ball handler to be an elite passer.
He's not flashy, but Josh Giddey's a great ball handler.
True.
I've been watching Dame all this whole entire time. I don't know what you guys are talking about, man.
We see that.
He pulled up the highlights.
What we're talking about.
Not the highlights.
No way he's watching highlights, bro.
I watch every single pass that he's made.
I'm about to pull up 2K and throw some dimes with Damian.
Not DMX.
God damn.
Knock it off.
Wow, he's just like that, man. Drawing the double, drawing the triple off a screen, bro.
You look like Flight Reacts right now.
Me? I look like Flight Reacts?
You know you hyping, Dub. Christopher D with another one. Can we talk about the Mavs not making the playoffs? Which I've said on multiple occasions when they got Kyrie. It's gonna be nasty when people start using narratives to criticize Luka legacy instead of understanding team construct.
I mean, it
facts,
depends
Christopher D. Facts.
Right. I mean, to Dub's point, it depends on what the Mavs are going to do in the offseason as far as acquiring talent and stuff. So if your Mavs are probably not going to make the playoffs, so just focus on next season. It seems like they're probably going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to fight to get in there. I'm not going to lie, but
no, they're going to fight. They're going to compete. But do you see them going to the playoffs?
They're
gonna
Damian
fight. Lillard, man.
They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight and get their ass kicked, just like you and J-Rob did.
Bro,
they have to do so. Like, I'm not mad that the Mavericks made the move that they
defensively,
did.
Stockton or Marcus Smart?
Back in D, good looking.
Smart.
I got Marcus Smart.
Stop. Smart.
But John Stockton was a great tenacious. You know, he was aggressive.
Not better than CP3.
I'm not even going to try to compare the two. I'm not even going to try, bro.
Tegan. Leave Diggy. Ron, tell Tegan and everybody else for the last time Utah is getting #1 pick.
Hold on.
Bobby, I ain't gonna lie. Genie is all right. I'll put my stamp on that.
Yo, there's no.
I got something for y'all. This is the vision. This is the vision right here. This is the vision right here. It's gonna pull up for a second. This is what the Rockets' future is gonna look like.
This boy been in the last.
This is what we got. We got James Harden at the point. He's coming back. We got Jalen Green at the 2. We're gonna sign Jaylen Brown. We got Jabari Smith over here, and then we're gonna get Webby with the #1 overall pick. This is what's gonna happen for the Houston Rockets, man. It's light work. Dang. I see the vision.
Who's gonna be the coach?
Ime Udoka.
Damn.
Yo, Ty. Yo, you free today? We could go on Twitch and watch this right now.
Oh my gosh, man! I got daddy duties to take care of, bro. I can't be up here watching Damian Lillard look average all day with you, bro.
Hey,
I can't do that.
We got kids, bro.
I see him maneuvering between triple teams, double teams, hitting the wide open man for his teammates, man. I don't know what we're talking about, bro.
Angie Core. When you don't play to your potential in the NBA, you get it bagged and people make excuses. You do that on the blacktop, you get called trash and ran off the court, if we're being honest.
All right.
That's facts. I mean, that's facts. Cruiser, Nat, and 3. Bro, I think we get caught up in name and talent. A lot of these guys ain't what we think. They ain't getting in the chest.
They ain't got in their chest. They don't have
no heart.
Yeah,
I like Cruiser, man. I do think that a lot of people, even me, like it applied to me too. I think a lot of the people in which we love and praise is not as good as what we think they are. It applies to everybody.
But I got to give a quick shout out to this dude. Mikal Bridges has been playing like crazy, yo. Like ever since he got traded to the Nets, he's been playing like crazy. Like he's putting like all-star caliber numbers since he arrived in Brooklyn, man.
Hey. How far will that team go with Damian on that point?
But are the Sixers punching themselves right now for making that trade on draft night, trading him for Zaire Smith?
Oh yeah, facts. They are. Yes, 100%.
100%.
He's a Philly kid. It was a layup. It was a layup line layup.
His mom worked
from Philly.
Went to Villanova and all that.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
They did him dirty. They did him so dirty.
I didn't know all that history, but yeah, that's why.
Tyson, did you know that his mom was working in the front office?
Not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
Was so tight, bro.
And then 30 minutes later, traded him for Zaire Smith. Now, I haven't heard from Zaire Smith damn near since drafting.
I thought Zaire Smith was going to be at least all right, man. I thought he was all right.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite kids that year in college, though, for sure.
He went to Tech.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell, man. It's so hard to tell.
On draft picks.
What'd you say, PSP?
No, are we surprised with the Sixers? Because, like, okay, we understand they took Embiid with the 2014 pick. Then 2016, they drafted Ben Simmons. And then the following year, and I was at that draft, they took Markelle Fultz. Can you imagine had the Sixers had Embiid and Jason Tatum or somebody else besides Ben Simmons? I mean, they probably would have had a better future, I think.
I'm not going to fault them for the Fultz pick, though. I think everyone was consensus.
That was a free
the Zaire and Mikal Bridges, you can fault the Sixers organization on that. But the Fultz one, it was kind of like, okay, we got Embiid, we have Simmons. Now we're going to get a playmaking shooting guard-ish player. Fultz was the easy consensus number one. Like, watch those Washington clips. Dude was like a little mini version of what you could see with James Harden. And then what the nerve damage to the shoulder.
This is
no, that's
I don't fault the Sixers for that.
The Mikal Bridges thing, though, too. Like, I don't think anybody had him turning into this level of player. Like, I know that's your job as scouting. I know that's your job as scouting, but for Phoenix, he was just a 3-and-D guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what, and they kept on saying he could be more, and they kept on developing him, and he turned into what he was. He never got that full opportunity, obviously, because you got Booker, Chris Paul, and Ayton. But they really developed him well and turned him into this player that you're seeing now.
But Tyson, you could see him at Villanova, especially that last year. You could see that he had a great skill set. He could do everything on the court, and he was obviously willing to play defense. With Zaire Smith, he was more just like an athlete, athletic kid that plays D, getting in there, crash the glass, whatnot, catch some tip dunks. So to me, it just didn't make sense from that aspect. Like,
and plus
what do you need Zaire for?
Right, and plus the Philly connection as well. So yeah, it like Tegan said, it was a layup.
I would say this: Mikal Bridges has been like he always had this show of potential. It was just what Ty said. It was just opportunity. Like this season, he was playing very well, becoming a better ball handler. When Devin Booker or CP3 was missing some time off, Mikal Bridges was stepping up, doing what he's doing on the Nets. Now he just has more of an opportunity to showcase that. So it's not really that surprising that he's playing like this.
100%. Like Dub is right. He was so flashy. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, even I know you're a Suns fan. Even with CP3 and Devin Book, he wasn't. I don't think he was showing what he's showing right now. Like he showed maybe small little, but these little hezzy mid ranges, these little creation.
It was when they weren't. It was when they weren't playing. It's when CP3
Well, no, I know. Like when they were playing, I don't think he was showing that at all. Like
he was. I watched the Suns. He was showing like you said, he wasn't doing it to the level he is now. But you would see like, oh man, why don't you do that more often? Like you get into the creating.
He cooked Miami.
He was showing it, but not to the level and not with the consistency
not to this standard. Now. Like the way he's doing it is a little different too, because like Mikal, the stigma around Mikal when he was on the Suns, regardless of the lineup around him, was he was going to give you a solid 15, really efficient, and a couple boards and elite defense. And the way he was going to do it was usually sometimes it was going to be a pull up mid range and some threes. But what he's doing right now is he's creating his own shot. He's doing everything at a higher level and also doing it in a different way than what he was doing at all.
But that's the thing. No, that's not true. He was doing this. He always had this. It's just when you're playing.
Not always, Dub. Not always. As a ton of fans, not always.
I said he always had this. I'm saying he always had this he always had this talent.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, when you're playing in the system, you need to know your role. You need to know this is your guy you're going to feed to with Ayton, with Chris Paul, with Devin Booker. But then when those guys was missing time, he would take the responsibility. I remember because I used to gamble on him a lot too. And I was like, all right, this is going to go up. His points is going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
His threes is going to go up. Like, that's just, I knew that he always had that potential. The thing is,
I get that. I agree.
The thing is that just because he was around that talent,
100%
showcase that. That's all. He always had.
I agree. I agree. It's the opportunity thing, Dub. I think the big like difference of what I'm trying to say is he wasn't showing this post mid-range game, this hezzy mid-range game, this ability to create his shot consistently.
He was though. He was.
I agree with Tegan. It was the consistency that was the issue. He had the talent
predicated on the people around him though.
And the other thing is the confidence. The other thing was the confidence. I think when Book and these guys were down, he got to be more confident in himself and his abilities and what he could do. And I think a big leap in his game was his finishing ability and putting pressure on the rim. And I'm saying he's still not great at that, but because he really wants to get to that mid-range game and his three-point game. But his finishing has improved tremendously from what I seen when he first came into the league.
What if the Nets traded for Lillard? Put Lillard at the point at that point.
Oh man, let's not do that. They're cursed.
Superchats, Bob. What'd you say?
I like it though too. They got defenders around there that can help. I like it.
We got 5 more.
Claxton can do.
Mm-hmm.
You want a time crunch or something?
No.
Tegan, go watch Bridges before like the trade deadline. He was on a stretch where he was balling out.
Facts.
I know. I get that. I just never saw him to be a 26-point per game scorer.
I agree with you, T.
I
agree.
That's the thing, Dub. He's trying to say. We didn't think Mikal Bridges would score 25, 26 at such ease. We knew he had some offensive potential, but not to the point of him averaging 26 a game.
I think we agree. It's the opportunity thing. Whenever Booker and CP3, I didn't see him go off for 28, 30 on a nightly basis whenever he got that opportunity. It's as soon as he got his own little team, and now he's just going off for 26, 40, all this stuff. Because I bet on him too. He's made me some money. I'm not going to lie.
No, I think it's the confidence thing, and I think, like he said, he always had that potential, but now he's his aggression, his confidence and his aggression is all time because he's in his own situation. But I'll be honest, I didn't think he would be average, never be a 26 point per game averager. I thought him more to be maybe like around a 20. You know what I'm saying? 19, 20.
18, 20. I thought 18, 20. That would
right.
Oh, sorry, T.
No, real quick. It's a quick question because I think I don't know if anyone's got anybody in this clip. Is there another player in the league that you think they get that kind of same level of opportunity they could produce at that level?
I think there's a lot of players like that, honestly.
Anybody off the top of your head?
But I'm saying they would be bad teams if those players had the ball that much. They would be bad teams. But I think a lot of players can go out there and give you buckets in this league with this talent level that these players have. Yes, a lot of players can give you buckets, but they won't be winning teams.
I don't know because we've already seen a lot of glimpses of it, so I don't know if Norman Powell is kind of like an easy one, but I think Norman Powell.
He's on the older track. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's a lot. Mikal Bridges was one of the few.
No, I think it's a lot. We just seen Cam Thomas, who is a fringe. You know.
Would you say Cam Johnson in that equation as far as getting you buckets?
I don't think Cam Johnson is that. I don't think Cam Johnson is that good.
Cam Johnson had the opportunity right now.
Like Cam Johnson is good. I don't mean he's not good. I mean, I don't think he's as good as those guys. Like I don't think Cam Johnson would be the type of cat that's going to average 25, 26.
He has burned right
good
now.
Defense. I want to see Tyler Hero on his own team.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be curious.
Tyler
exactly
Hero.
Like Tyler Hero, he'll go out there and give you 25, maybe not 26, but he'll put out some decent numbers. He's just gonna be a shitty team.
He'll be on the shitty team. He'll give you like 20.
Right.
Tyrese
Maxey, he'll go out there and give you 30.
Even quickly, maybe.
Tyrese actually a good one. There we go. Tyrese.
Right. There's a lot of players like that. If you just give them the ball and let them go nuts, of course, they're gonna put up buckets, but the efficiency and the winning is going to be lacking.
Yeah. All right, let me get to this next one from my man TMF Willie. Imagine playing in New Mexico, y'all. That's have one bad game and you get backed up in an all-black Escalade with no plates. About to be the new season of Narcos.
Man,
I mean, see, that's not far-fetched. You know, cats might end up getting extorted out there, so we got to, remember that.
Man,
Irregular came with one, said, this narrative that Kyrie is a Super Bowl dominant player is crazy.
I agree. I agree with that. Dub was speaking to that earlier, and I understand he was off the ball when he was playing with LeBron. But I think he's at his. To me, he's going to be at his best. Or you're going to get the most value out of him per se if he's more on the ball. I think the ball supercharges him. I think it supercharges Doncic and a whole bunch of other players. And so I just think in that makeup, he's not going to be a great off-ball player with Don. I think you lessening his ability when you do that.
Well, you lessen everybody's ability when you take the ball from him.
No, some people thrive in that. You know what I'm saying? Like a Klay Thompson is never going to be an all-ball great player. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you lessen Kevin Durant when you put him off ball. So no, that's not the case.
But if you take the ball away from a lot of people, though, their game is.
No, I agree with you. I agree. Yeah. This is the AAU era. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's more mindset.
Kyrie Irving plays very well off the ball, so he'll be fine no matter what.
Oh man, you man, whatever, bro.
Jose Rose, immaculate cap, JD, spitting with that Celtics comparison because the ball dominant players there also play defense, but them not guarding now doesn't validate next year.
Thank you. That was my point, bro. He didn't spit it quite how I would have said it, but yeah, I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, for sure. Jose Rose.
What happened? Oh my.
Yeah, man, take your ass to the bodega and get some, do what you're supposed to be doing. Quit trying to be on my head.
One have to get a slot on the PC show for Wednesdays and Sundays.
Yeah, so Christopher D, if you want to, as a matter of fact, just pull back up in about 2.5 hours. Come jump on Chill with Chill. We'll see what you got, Chris. Come check it out. Matter of fact, all y'all tap back in. 2.5 hours will be Chill with Chill. You know, the best show on Players Choice channel. So I got to stink that in before Dub put his headphones on.
No, I love that.
Yeah, why you talking shit about me going to a bodega, bro?
I heard love, fam.
That's crazy.
Hey, I was just watching Next Day Air last night. I forgot how funny that shit was. That shit was hilarious. I was just saying that because old boy's name was Bodega in the movie. I don't know if I said that or not. Drink more water. The Bucks are 9-6 without Giannis. The 76ers are 9-5 without Embiid. The Bucks have the best overall record. 31-1, 12, 5-5 versus 33-3 or 0.3, 10-4 with better defense. What is Embiid's case over Giannis? Who wants this? Which one
like I said, bro. Oh my God, like people just prove my point for me, and it's like I don't even have to do anything. Like I said before, the only reason why Giannis has a case is because of record. I promise y'all. Embiid's outproducing him. Embiid is out. Oh my God, he's outproducing him in the scoring end. The rebounding's not 10-12. The defense, they both have good defense. I mean, the record is the only reason why Giannis is above him.
What about games? Because I heard people make the argument Embiid has over Giannis is that he's played more games this season. Is that true?
Let me see how many games Giannis has played. Hold up. Because I'm not going to lie, if you don't hit like 70 or something like that, I think it's going to be hard for you to win an MVP. Right. Giannis played, I don't think he's going to hit 70. He's playing 59 games.
Right. And Embiid?
Let me see. He's played 61.
Okay, so slightly.
Yeah, they're the same, actually. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Embiid only played 51 games in 2021. That's why. Nah, the games ain't moving nobody. The game shouldn't move anybody.
What's their record without Embiid? Did he put it up there?
Let me check.
9-5 without Giannis. 9-6 without Embiid. That's what I recall from the super chat.
Right. Okay.
What's the
it's comparable.
Where's the offense ranked without Embiid?
They'd be fucked up. I mean, if you take Embiid out of the equation, James Harden now, not the James Harden of Houston, James Harden now, Tyrese Maxey, he would have to score 27, 28 a night. I don't know how much Tobias Harris would score, probably 18 or 20. So
I mean, they already did it. They went 9-6. So
yeah.
Okay, so let me see. They're +6 with Embiid.
But to Dub's point, though, record, I mean, that says everything. If the Bucks were like 3rd, 4th, could you make an argument for Giannis being in the MVP? No. Some would because of he's the face of the NBA, etc., politics.
To me, no, not with how these other guys are playing. I wouldn't. If they were 3rd or 4th, then I would have to take a Jokic or a Embiid. And if Embiid had the number 1 seed in the East, you know what I'm saying, with his level of play and what he's doing, and I think you can make an argument for Embiid now as well. And you can make an argument for Jokic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but for me, I prefer Embiid and Giannis because of what they provide 2 ways. That's just me.
Hey, so Embiid is a +6 offensive rating to Giannis's +5, but then Drew Holiday is at a +7 for offense for the Bucks, while James Harden's at a +6. So Giannis ain't even the most impactful person in offense compared to.
Are you basing that off that number? Are you basing that solely off that number?
Hey, we talking
you
numbers.
nasty,
hey,
bro.
Man, we talking
you
numbers.
nasty, Dub.
No, what about PER?
Nah, no PER, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we
know Giannis the PER prince.
Yeah, this our last super chat of the day. Angie Carr. Ox. Who's what if they made it to the league for you? Me, it's Dave East. He played with Lawson, Beasley, and Durant in AAU and was nice in college. That's a good question. That's a real good college. That's a really good question, Angie. Who y'all got? Y'all got anybody that would be nice? What if they made it to the league?
Shit, me. No, I'm just playing. I can't think who. Percy Miller, maybe. Who?
Yeah, Master P's a good one.
I can't think of too many more off the top of my head.
Chris Brown? Nah.
Wow.
Chris Brown? I don't know if he was ever a good baller like that.
Mm-hmm.
Percy Miller actually had game. Was J. Cole nice? I don't know his resume.
I don't think he was league nice.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know Dave. I didn't even know he was a hooper like that. So
yeah, I heard he had game. I heard he had a lot of rappers that supposedly had some real good game. Him, 2 Chainz, cats like that.
Oh yeah, 2 Chainz I know used to ball.
Hey Ty,
what's up, bro?
You want to hear another stat?
Oh my God, what you got?
The Sixers are 4 points worse without Joel Embiid, while the Bucks are 0.6.
Hey. Okay.
Hey,
all right.
These numbers is moving me, bro.
I said Embiid. or Giannis. So I mean, you can make a fair argument. Like I said, you can make a fair argument for all three. But to me, I'm a Giannis and Embiid.
Need to let go of that winning bias, man.
It's gonna be hard though. If Jokic averages a triple double, and if they have the number 1 seed, that's gonna be tough though.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I agree that averaging that triple double, like you said, people put a lot on that. That's triple double bias, if you ask me. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, the defensive thing plays a lot with me. So I don't know. Jokic is great offensively, man. I can't take nothing away from him offensively and what he does for that team. But again, for this year, I'm going Giannis or Embiid.
Yeah. We actually did get one more super chat from Drink More Water. If Giannis won't be the convo because of record, then why is Embiid in the MVP convo when he's third? People just want to give Embiid the MVP so bad.
I don't understand that. I'm not even gonna lie. Do you guys understand that?
He's saying since Giannis is third in as far as record wise.
He said if Giannis won't be in the combo because of record,
Embiid.
Why is Embiid in the combo when he's third? People just want to give Embiid the MVP so bad.
Because they look at the past 2 years with Embiid, how they thought he should have won the MVP. A lot of people thought he should have won the MVP last year because of the whole situation with Ben Simmons. I didn't have a problem with Jokic winning it because he did without Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., and they were able to get to the 6th seed. I mean, but again, to Dub's point, that record, the Bucks were still good enough without Giannis. So if you take Embiid out of the equation, where would Philadelphia be?
Oh, he said, Dub, you said if Giannis was 4th, he wouldn't be in the combo. So why is Embiid in the combo? Mainly because I think they're like a couple games behind the 1st seed. I think they're 2nd right now, actually. They're 2nd right now, and on top of that, Embiid and what he's been doing scoring-wise is just at a crazy level. That's why he's in the conversation.
And also, Embiid's about to lead the league in scoring again. So, back-to-back seasons of him scoring.
The 3rd right now, yeah. Embiid's been playing at a crazy level this year, scoring-wise. The performances of him dropping 35, 30, and then for the last 15 to 20 games has been crazy. So that's why he's in the combo. That's why people are giving him love.
And some will also discount Embiid scoring because they look at the fact that he goes to the foul line. But again, that's what Shaq and Chuck, they've been telling him, like from day one, get your ass in the post. And if you do that, you get to the free throw line more. And unlike most big men, he's 80% and above from the free throw line. So he's going to knock down his free throws with ease, him and Jokic.
All facts. All facts.
Facts. Well, fellas, we about to wrap it up. It was another good one. W panel. Tyson, you got any last words?
Hey, man.
Final thoughts?
Stay safe, be healthy. It's a crazy world out here, man. Y'all be healthy, man, and be safe.
PSP, you got anything to say?
Likewise, man. Stay safe and healthy, and also hearts and condolences go to the people out in Nashville, man.
Big facts.
Love everyone, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, y'all make sure y'all come back and Dub, you want to throw something up? Is that?
Oh, I was gonna show Ty Damian Lillard's passing.
Oh no, hell
no. I swear, man. You got
but y'all make sure y'all make sure
shoot the Twitch to my what you call it, man. I might pull up to to my Twitter.
Oh man. Hey. Oh, I deactivated my Twitter actually. I gotta
shit. Can you
got Instagram? Ron, Bob, you can end the show.
Nah.
Okay, well shit, y'all make sure y'all tap back in 2 hours. Me and Chill gonna be on here, you know, the best show on Players Choice channel. Except for Open Gym. My bad, Dub. I know y'all holding it down. Hey, but shit, we'll see y'all later. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
Peace.
I forgot to end it. Hold on. All right, y'all. Peace.